We did my show. We did nothing but my show last time out. You were over anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can just keep doing this.
Okay. And it's not like I'm never coming back.
How do you know?
Because I stay in my basement so I don't get killed by them. Hi! Welcome to the Whitey White Guy Show. I'm Whitey. This is Cracker. And he was just asking me about Custer. So what was the question again? It was
for some reason in a previous live stream, the movie Little Big Man was brought up.
Yeah.
It's an old movie from 70s, 60s.
Definitely the 70s.
Dustin Hoffman plays like a 103-year-old man, and he tells his life story. It's like Forrest Gump before Forrest Gump. And
that's very apt, actually. Good job.
Dustin Hoffman was a child, and he like covered wagon era. His family was attacked, and he was the only survivor. He was raised by Indians, and he lived this wonderful life. Or amazing life.
Yeah.
Eventually, he got involved in the Battle of Little Bighorn, and then there's more that's going on. I don't know how we got into talking about Little Big Man, but you kind of went off on like a 20-minute tangent because you said you hated that because the way either Custer was portrayed or just the Battle of Little Bighorn was portrayed.
Well, what I'll say is this, and this is something that's really esoteric in history. Because it's hard to answer the question in regards to the film itself, because it was just this goofy comedy. That wasn't historically.
Was it really a comedy? Was it really a comedy?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it in probably like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, it was. He played the Soda Pop Kid. You know, his character was called the Soda Pop Kid at one point. When he was older, he became like a gunslinger kind of thing. Anyway, so Custer. Went into West Point.
Wonderfully played by Richard Mulligan, I'll say that.
Okay.
I like Richard Mulligan.
Okay, so he goes into West Point at 19. He they put him out during the start of the Civil War. They broke him out. He was a brevet rank. Mm-hmm. And within the span of the Civil War, which is less than 5 years, it was like 4 years and some change or whatever, he went from a second lieutenant to a brevet major general.
I'm listening.
That's a fucking enormous. Like that. Find the other guy in our species that went from that low to that high in that span of time. And he was only 23. He was a general at 23. You can find that with like Caligula. You can find that with Alexander the Great, people who were born into royalty. But in a democracy, when he was, I think, either his father or his grandfather was a German grand. Might have even been his father. He's a nobody. He's just an average slob. And obviously he was a smart kid when he got into West Point, but he doesn't come from aristocracy. He doesn't come from wealth. He's just a guy. Okay. So to get into West Point at all is an accomplishment. And then once the war breaks out, you get a brevet rank because he didn't complete training at West Point because the war started. And he said a half a year ago or whatever. So he doesn't even get to complete his training as an officer. Goes to join the 3rd, I think it was Cavalry from the state of Michigan. And then from the start of the war to the end, he goes from second lieutenant, the bottom rank of officer corps, to major fucking general. I mean, holy shit, you do not see this in our species. Now, most people don't know this, but the last battle of the Civil War, he won it. He kicked Robert E. Lee's ass.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
Yeah. So they say that he was at the surrendered not Appomattox. I'm going to forget the name of the place right now. But Robert E. Lee's going along with a column, and he came in. He would hit him real quick with the attack, slow everything down, Custer would back off, come in and hit him again and slow him down until Grant overcame him. He slowed the process down, and then Lee surrendered. That ended the war. The Civil War ends because of George Custer. Okay. Like specifically and exclusively, and he beat the guy who was training him at West Point. He was 23. He was a major general. Like, holy fucking shit. That's an amazing accomplishment. Prior to the Bighorn, he was known for ending the war, being at the surrender when Robert E. Lee, formally signed the surrender at, I can't remember what it's called. That's an amazing career. A general at 23 coming from nothing. What happened then is, after the Civil War, everybody wants to get out to the West because the infrastructure is destroyed, the country's hurting, and they got all the gold and shit out in the West, all the resources to jumpstart the economy. But there's these people called Native Americans who are there who aren't so much for it, and everybody's pouring out there. So Grant, with the Democrats in Congress, started the reservation system, and the Native Americans were guaranteed funding from Congress to help them convert to our way of life. So it wasn't just fuck you, here you go. Here's some money to help you out, and here's some food and supplies while you learn agriculture and be farmers. And it worked for a couple of years, and then the Republicans got in, and the Republicans switched from that being provided by the War Office and the military to private companies providing the supplies. Problem is, they're only out for their bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Native Americans stop getting the resources they've been guaranteed, and they start going hungry, so they all leave, or they're starting to leave in growing numbers. This is why the Battle of the Big Horn happened. They were being starved off the reservation, and they were going back to Sitting Bull, and they were going back to Crazy Horse. Just prior to this, here's the imperative thing, and this is what I'm talking about. Custer goes before Congress and says exactly that. You're starving these people to death.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about the cronyism in Washington. He talks about the corruption. He outed Grant specifically and Grant's brother, and he put his career on the line. A little while later, they court-martialed him for shooting deserters, which only everyone has ever done throughout history up until that point. Custer. Okay. Yeah, for shooting deserters, which everybody does. That's standard. You shoot deserters throughout every war and every military ever. Prior to that point, if you desert, you get shot. Technically, it's supposed to what happens now, but they don't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's like that's like court-martialing someone for putting on their boots. It's just what you do in the military. Mm-hmm. And then they court-martialed him because he left his post to go see his wife when epidemic of yellow fever broke out. Again, he's the regimental commander. He's in charge of the 7th at this point. Mm-hmm. You can do that. You can effectively, you're in charge. You can order yourself to go back to base. Okay. It's your call. You're the one who makes that decision. The reason he was court-martialed and they put him on a 1-year non-paid suspension as a byproduct of the court-martial, which is horseshit, complete insane horseshit, is because he went before Congress and outed all the corruption that was happening in Washington. Okay. He dies. All the bullshit you've ever heard in your life comes from that because they have to blame it on Custer or Benteen or Reno because of it. They don't. It's coming back to Washington and people are going into prison.
So he was like a patsy.
He was a fall boy. Okay. Okay. Because these people are supposed to be on the reservation. They'd signed in there. They've been there for 2 years. So if they go, okay, all these people that killed Custer were on the reservation. Why aren't they on the reservation anymore? You do an investigation. Well, they left the reservation because they were going hungry. Well, why were they going hungry? They're guaranteed these supplies. Why didn't they get the supplies? Well, these guys didn't deliver the supplies, but you're contractually obligated to deliver those supplies. You got paid, these private contractors got paid big money, and then they didn't deliver. That's called fraud. That's called theft. And not only are they going down in a criminal investigation and going to prison, but a lot of politicians who set it up, they're going with. So they scapegoated Custer and said, he's crazy, he's power hungry, he wants to be president of the United States, to deflect their criminal activity and put it on him. And it ended with that. So everything about Custer you've ever heard in your life is complete and utter horseshit with zero factual basis behind it. Everything. And so there's in Little Big Man, they portray the battle at where
Little Big Horn.
No, before that, where all the people, women and children got killed. I can't remember that you didn't see the film where the lady gives a baby. She's pregnant. She delivers the baby.
Until I said it's been like 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Okay. It was.
Doesn't matter.
It'll come to me. There was a battle. A bunch of people got killed. In real life, he was. 100 warriors came out to meet him. In the film Son of the Morning Star, they said there was only 12 warriors there. It's a patriarchal society. So for every teepee, there's a warrior.
Mhm.
There's over 100 teepees. There were under 100 warriors. They didn't just slaughter a bunch of innocent people. The villages on the opposite sides of this had been out scalping and murdering.
Mhm.
So they're like, oh, he just slaughtered this village. He's ordered to be there. He's doing his job. And no, it was a fight. It was a battle. But they put all this shit on him,
Mhm.
saying he's just a psychopathic madman, and it didn't happen. Some women and children got killed in the crossfire, not because they were slaughtered, they're like lining up and shooting kids, because a battle took place. And they got caught in the middle
Yeah.
of it. And then afterwards, the 1,000 warriors they were actually after nearly wiped out Custer, but he used the women and children as a barrier and just walked out of there because they wouldn't kill the women and children.
Mhm.
But there too, it's like they're like, oh, well, he had to do it. But that's proof that these people who had been on a murdering rampage were there, and that's who he was there to fight. The fuck was that called? That'll come to be like all things in a minute. But so everything you've heard about Custer, he's greedy, power hungry, all this stuff. Go to the battlefield. It doesn't add up. It isn't there, and it just doesn't make a lick of damn sense. And I could do 15 hours of explaining that.
How the hell can you remember all this shit? But you can't
I
with your
can't
cell
remember.
phone.
I can't remember that had 2 prongs. I got a new one. Didn't realize it had 2 prongs, so we searched the whole fucking house to get this thing to do the thing, and it only had 2 prongs. We didn't need it. Custer was awesome. So the point is, whether it was when in Little Big Man, he's portrayed as this idiot.
Okay.
You're familiar with at the end, they're like, we need to build breastworks. And he's like, don't tell me my business. And he's doing all this stuff. He was a tactical genius.
Mm-hmm.
Like the top 2 or 3 in our species throughout history. And another thing that people don't understand is that they had 1874 Springfields with an optimum range of 600 yards.
Okay.
Unheard of. Just 12 years before that, their guys are marching up in line to shoot each other because the muskets are inaccurate after 20 yards. That's how close you had to get. Now it's 600 yards.
Right.
So he was innovating, creating new tactics that nobody else can even comprehend at the Bighorn. And so when people look at that, they don't understand what he was doing tactically, because he was changing the game, because he had this new tactic. 600 yards versus 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you can do is huge. So if you look at the Bighorn, if you look at the battle and you follow their movements, everything that is a potential threat was at 600 yards distance, because that's the range of the weapons. You have to come across the entire range that they can shoot at you with. And so when they say this guy was insane and all this stuff, it's like, but he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so at what's called the South Keos, the Calhoun Hill, at Calhoun Hill, I read a book where this works better with a map. So sorry to spring all of this shit on you. I hope this isn't breaking your head. But they just had 2 hills and then a hill behind it that troops were on, about 40 men each. And I read a book that said that those guys were in reserve. I'm like, no, it's because they're out perfectly spaced at that 600 yards from the Bighorn, the river itself. So the warriors are coming across. At all 600 yards, they're getting shot. So you could have, if to take out a defensive position, you need to have a 7-to-1 advantage, or you don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're up on the ridges, they're on a defensive position. So even if you got 200 warriors to their 40 guys a hill, you're still going to lose, because they're going to pick you off at a distance well before you get there. So, and they're out, if you've seen pictures, they're out in the middle of frickin' nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's all flat prairie land. So if there's a force, if you've got, if you had 210 guys, that means you need 1,400 warriors to overwhelm that position. You're going to see that coming from miles away. And they're cavalry. So if you see that coming, you just get on your horses and leave. And because of that 600 yards, there's nothing that the warriors had, according to the archaeology of the Battle of Bighorn by Dr. Richard Fox. They didn't have anything with a range of over a couple hundred yards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the optimum range of the weapon, not the accuracy of the person fighting it. These are a bunch of warriors that just got this shit. It's new to everybody. They're now getting the 10 years old junk that hasn't been maintained, all that stuff. So they probably got to get definitely within 100 yards of you, maybe 50 yards of you to kill you, giving you a 550-yard advantage. So tactically, that makes perfect sense. The Warriors have to come across that open field with no cover. So it's going to take, 1,400 guys to do that. Okay, and then if you get into trouble, you just leave. You're on horses. And he was set up on the ridges on the west side of the village. There's nothing out there. Everything's coming from the east. So if he gets in trouble, he just leaves. That's why he thought he could take on such a large force, because of the range of that weapon. And it worked for nearly 4 hours until he finally killed him. And then I would need a map for this one, but it was pure fucking luck that they won. But he had an understrength regiment. I've seen different numbers, but about 550 men and then about 50 civilians. He had between 600 and 700 men, and everybody's got a different figure. He went up against a city of 30,000. The estimates range, it's about 6,000 warriors on a conservative end. So he's outnumbered 600 to 6,000.
Yeah.
And they couldn't take him. He didn't go down easy. And that's the other thing, too. They say it was an easy battle because they misinterpret the last moments of Last Stand Hill to be the whole fight. And it wasn't. It was the last half hour to 4 hour fight. So it took him 4 hours to take down Custer when he's outnumbered hundreds, if not thousands, to 200.
Wow.
And so when everybody's like, oh, all this stuff, it's like, have you been there? Have you looked at this field? And then there's one more thing. I'm not going to preach too long. But Richard Fox, God bless him, you have all those headstones. You've seen those before. And they said, well, we did a dig there and we didn't find any shell casings. And my brain went, because I'd need a map to show it to you, but it's like, that's not a firing position. So about 10, 15 yards from that is a ridge position. The enemy's, it's hard to illustrate, enemy's coming from the east. It goes like this, okay? The headstones are down here. This is the ridge. You're not going to shoot into the back of a hill to hit your enemy on the other side of the hill. Why would you do a dig there? And they're like, well, we didn't find any shell casings. He didn't defend himself. The fuck are you talking about? They're not going to shoot at the back of a hill to kill an enemy on the other side of the hill. So this is not where those soldiers died. It's where they brought the dead and wounded to so the medical staff you had could treat them because they had cover from the fucking hill. So when you did a dig there and said, well, we didn't find a lot of bullets, I'm surprised you found any, because nobody would be there shooting. They'd be on top of the ridge firing down on the warriors. You know why they didn't find any shell casings on the ridge? Because they built a fucking road on it. They built a road on it in 1911 so that everybody could go up to the headstones and do the thing where you do the thing on a piece of paper. Archaeology didn't begin until 22. So that road has been there the entire time, obscuring all the shell casings from the fight.
You're a fucking encyclopedia on this stuff.
I could literally do this all day.
You can't share this video onto Facebook. And I'm not trying to actually make you seem like a retard by saying that.
But I am.
You are, but how the heck you can remember all this shit?
I could go point by point by point.
Wow.
I could tell you where everybody was. And disprove everything and it's literally everything they've ever fucking said.
Wow.
Down to like sentences within books, it's all wrong. Like they said that.
Now, did you get into learning all this stuff because of like the military and stuff like that, or what got you into like reading up on this and remembering all this shit?
You were talking about Dad and his coins earlier. Not on this video, but my dad right now, he just retired and he goes out with metal detectors and collects coins. In the 80s, when I was a kid, he was big into arrowheads.
I've seen him. He still collects arrowheads.
Remember the fireplace with all the arrowheads and hides and scrapers and all that stuff? That was his thing. And the other thing was mastodons, woolly mammoths, saber-tooth tigers. And he would go to the Cub Library in NIU and do research on that stuff. And he would go look up where farmers had been dredging an irrigation ditch and found mastodon bones. Go talk to an aforementioned farmer, get permission to go out there and take a pole and poke it down and try to find mastodon bones. The guy has had enormous collections of arrowheads, hide scrapers, clay pipes. And here's the thing, these guys weren't around here recently. So this shit's from like 10,000 years ago. And these pipes are in perfect functioning. If I wanted to get high, you could do it. And they'll have hide scrapers with little thumb marks from the guys. And it's 10,000 years old. It's really cool. At 10, I couldn't give a shit. You know, at 30 years old, I respect it more. But at the time, I don't give a fuck. I grew up on Tour Duty, Hamburger Hill, Apocalypse Now, the Nam comics. So I would go into the history section and read about war. And then I found an article or a book with a section on the Battle of Bighorn. I was either 9 or 10. And I read it and I said, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense. So the argument was, Reno comes in from the south, warriors come out to meet him. This is a lot of Cheyenne and Lakota Sioux, mostly Crazy Horse is the big name there at the time. Okay, Custer goes around to the north and the east, where Last Stand Hill is found. I want to say east, maybe it's west, fuck me. The point is, the warriors then do, as E Company is coming across the Little Bighorn River at the Fort D area, that rings out like a shot throughout the camp. And everybody goes, there's more of them coming, they're back behind us. So the warriors, all except for a couple hundred, they do about face and they head for Custer. Here's the thing, these two distances, it's not from like here to the other end of the room. This is miles away. And at the onset of the battle, Reno scattered a bunch of ponies, and E Company was there scattering ponies. And a lot of warriors talked about not being able to get their horses because the 7th Cavalry scattered them all the way to limit their mobility, which is smart. Okay, so most of these guys are on foot, and that was a major issue for like the first 3 hours of the battle for the warriors. They were all on foot and get the shit shot out of them. So they're starting out from the south. They have to go all the way to the Last Stand Hill area, again, which is several miles, and Custer's on horses. So when you see those pictures where, you know, he's surrounded by Indians and they're shooting at him in a circular thing, which didn't happen, he has to sit there and wait for like a half hour for them to get there, or 20 minutes, something. Like, it's a ways, and you're way out in the plains. If here comes 2,000 warriors, it's like, oh, they're over there.
Right.
What time do you got? Is it okay? We'll just wait another 20 minutes until they get here and kill us. That doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. No. That doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. And here I am at 9 years old going, no. All you professors from Harvard? No. Like, how is that complicated? Literally everything that has ever been said by anybody is wrong, and I'm an asshole from a cornfield, and I figured it out. I'm the one guy who knows what actually happened there. So it's like when they portray him as an idiot, and this is liberalism 101.
Here we go.
The liberals are the idiots because they can't comprehend what he was doing.
It comes full circle.
It's too complicated for them because they have infantilism. And that goes for the Harvard professors as well. Dr. Richard Fox, with his bullshit. They don't understand. They literally don't. They can't comprehend what they're looking at. So it's an IQ problem. You can, go ahead and teach me trigonometry all month. I'm not going to fucking get it. Okay, there's some things that your brain just ain't going to get. I'm not going to be, and it's not a matter of effort and time. It's just beyond your comprehension. Everybody who's criticized Custer is the retard. It's not Custer. So when they portray him as a moron in Little Big Man, they're the morons. They're the ones. It was like he was evolving combat. He had a new weapon with an optimum range of 600 yards, unprecedented by leaps and bounds, and they couldn't comprehend what he was doing. So they interpreted him to be an idiot, and it isn't him, it's them. What he was doing was fucking genius. And when you look at the firing ranges, and the other thing too you have to understand is sectors. It's sectors in combat. I'm talking here off. I'm sorry.
Okay.
are like bowling lanes.
I'd be upstairs watching like that
Yeah.
70s show, so it doesn't matter.
In combat, a sector's like a bowling lane.
Okay.
You don't bowl in the other guy's lane, and you don't bowl in this guy's lane. It's the same thing in combat. You don't fire over here and you don't fire over there. You cover your sector right here. That way, if one guy goes from here to here, 10 guys aren't shooting at him. If he comes into my sector, I shoot at him, and that way you don't eat through your ammo. So when what cavalry would do is they would disperse, stratify at 5-yard intervals. These guys are 5'2" to 5'6", spread out every 5 yards. And again, they have that range of 600 yards. So if you're a Native American, you have to get up to, again, right fucking front of them to hit them, because there's a little midget and there's not another one for 5 yards. So you really got to get close to this dude. And when you look at that and you look at, okay, the spacing of their sectors, and I need a fucking map. When you understand and interpret this properly, you can just glance at the Custer element of the battlefield and go, like they say that the theory was that from Calhoun Hill, the theory's changed over the centuries, that from Calhoun Hill there's a south to north catastrophe, a breakdown in command, everybody's running for it. It's all the way retarded. It is all the way, it's beyond the tard. When you go look at the battlefield.
What do they say in Tropic Thunder? Went full retard?
Yeah, you never go full retard. No, this is beyond.
Happy Jack?
This is beyond. I got a cousin who's got an IQ at 60 to 78. I've heard different numbers on him. He can read. This is beyond that. This is like, how do you get your shoes on? You know, a Velcro should challenge you if you think what you're saying makes fucking sense. Because you have 5 headstones. 5 out of 210 guys. Nothing for several hundred yards, and then more headstones. So these guys are running for their lives. They're getting gunned down, but bullets just kind of stopped working for a few hundred yards. How does that make sense to you? The reality is, and Dr. Richard Fox, God bless him, that fucking asshole, he went and did the archaeology and started in the 70s to the 90s.
You keep bringing his name up. Do you hate him or do you like him? Because you always call him an asshole, but then you say God bless him.
He destroyed a lot of myths with his work and created some more.
Oh, okay.
He got some. He nuked out the previous area of retardation and then brought some new retardation to the fore. And it's like, how do you draw this conclusion with your PhD, you fuck? So what he proved was it wasn't a south to north or north to south fight, which the Warriors had said. It was east to west. So nothing's coming from the south. It's all coming from the east. Once again, now you look at that, and you have that ridge I mentioned before. They're on top of the ridge firing to the east. So everybody's going, oh, this was chaos. We're running for their lives. All this stuff. It's like, okay, why did people stop dying for 500 yards right here? There's 5 headstones. They're right clustered right next to each other. And then nothing for 500 yards, but they're getting destroyed. Where are the dead bodies that should come from that carnage? You should just be able to glance at that and go, it's an east-west fight. It should just jump at you. And then what you do is you think they're firing to the south, and you don't understand. Again, so they misinterpreted what was happening and thought Custer an idiot. Custer was not an idiot. He was one of the best of our species. They just weren't intelligent enough to figure it out because lead poisoning or something. Cousin fucking? I don't know. But I would need like a map for it to make more sense visually.
Do you feel better now?
A little.
Did you know that there's like an Atari series of video games?
Yes, Revenge. Custer's Revenge.
Where you just rape Indians?
Yes. But but
that's my contribution to this whole thing.
Last thing, so in Little Big Man, Custer charges in, the Warriors chase him away. He fights for 5 minutes on the hill. The thing went on for 4 Hours.
Mhm.
And we know this because the last guy to see him is Giuseppe Martini, who was a runner who went out to Benteen. And they fucked that up. I'll get that to in a minute. And I forget exactly when it was. That was, I'll call it 12:30 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Then Custer goes off and starts heading. They said they always put him in a position where he's on the attack. Not once in the whole fight was he attacking. And then in the movie, there's this line where Custer's like, "This isn't the middle of the village, or this isn't the end of the village. It's the middle." And it's like, George, you're 5 miles past it. Like the village is back there. And so he goes up to Last Stand Hill and he's like dismounting all this shit. And it's like, no, the village is way the fuck back there. You can't even see it from here with the naked eye. It's so far away. You're not in the middle or the end. You're like way beyond it at this point. You can stand there with perfectly flat terrain and the human eye cannot see that far. That's the distance past it that you are.
I am picturing you like yelling at your TV.
Oh my God.
Throw a shoe at it.
It's so but how can you even go to the battlefield and just wander around for a while and draw these conclusions? And these people spent years. And the movie, it was a 4-part TV show, Son of the Morning Star.
Okay.
With Gary Cole as Custer. He actually did a good job. The actor David Strathern's in it.
David Cole or
Gary Cole.
Wouldn't it be great if it was Gary Coleman?
Yes. It's like
Gary Coleman as General Custer.
You can't attack General Custer. What you talking about, Willis? That would be horrifying. It'd be great at the same time. It'd be the best and the worst simultaneously.
A little black midget playing General Custer.
You know how he died?
Who, Custer?
No, Coleman.
He fell down and hit his head.
Multiple strokes. No, it was
different strokes.
Different strokes.
You fucked it.
I fucked it up. Okay.
Wow.
He died from. It was multiple strokes and different strokes. The point is,
wow, you fucked that up.
I did. I took a shit and eat it on that one. But
see, so this was
you have a multi-million-dollar film that you go and make, and you can't wander out there and just look. But how do you draw these conclusions? Like, who came up with this shit? Oh, I was mentioning about the sectors, but one thing too was these guys said, so this is one thing, and the Native Americans got a lot of shit wrong, and they're retelling of this. Not that they lied. I don't think one of them lied, but they misinterpreted what they were looking at.
Okay.
So what the cavalry does is you have 50 rounds on an ammunition belt, and then 50 rounds on your horse in a saddlebag. And what happens is you're in 4-man teams, and one guy will take the reins for 4 horses, go to the rear so they don't get shot. And when you go through your 50 rounds, you go to your horse to go get more ammo and come back up. And the warriors were finding little piles of bullets because they had nothing to hold them with, so they'd set a little pile on the ground and they'd fire one at a time as a breech-loaded rifle. Okay, so the fuck was the point I was going to make with that? So as warriors were saying that
you're saying misinterpretation
that the horses were getting away because of the chaos and shit. No, when somebody got killed, and when 4 guys get killed, what do? You've got a man on the line holding those horses for people who are dead. So you take the ammunition and condense it onto the horses, and then you let 4 horses go. So now that horse holder can get on the line and do his job. And so they misinterpreted these horses as escaping in chaos when they were being let go to keep men on the line, to keep the line, enough guys on line to do their jobs. And then if you add up all the, the fire that took place, there's no fucking, again, they can't because they built the fucking road on the exact spots. That's like, it's not one spot, there's 4. There's Calhoun Hill with 3 hills in that area. South Keogh Sector, North Keogh Sector, Last Stand Hill. Okay, and then these are like, again, if you stand on Calhoun Hill, there's a 20-foot obelisk that they actually buried everybody under. That's where all the bones are and shit, except for a big tower.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot concrete monument.
How can you know what an obelisk is? You can't do basic math.
So if you stand on Calhoun Hill, and you look for Custer Hill, you can't see it with the naked eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's too far away, and you can barely, if at all, see that obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
Yet these guys ran on foot while they were getting mowed down, and they made it all the way to Custer Hill to then fight the battle on Last Stand Hill. That makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Ever since 1876, that's what people think. So it's like, oh, it's a panic and chaos and falling apart. No, you're just kind of dumb. You libs, you liberals, you fucks, it's all you guys. You're just kind of dumb. Like, how do you draw that conclusion? Like, how are a bunch of guys who are 5'2" to 5'6"? Because they recruit guys who are 5'2" to 5'6" because they put less weight on the horses.
Okay.
They're gonna run. I don't even know how fucking long it is, but again, you have to like squint and shit. It's not right over there. And they're running and they're panicking, they're peeing their pants and they're shooting over the teepees, which you can't hit because they're miles away. With you, and there was this Native American guy. Was like, they were shooting over the teepees. I would imagine them flying above the teepees. Here's something again. Let's talk about retardation. Native Americans were retarded. They don't understand how guns work. They did not, for hours, could not figure out that bullets do not go into infinity. They have a finite range. So the Native Americans are down here by the Bighorn River, shooting at Custer's guys up on the ridge. That's 400 yards beyond the range of their weapons. And they did it for 4 hours, and they couldn't put it together. And Custer's the asshole. So they're just firing away at shit they can't hit.
I think I really touched a nerve just by asking one simple question.
I've been holding on to this shit since I'm 9.
I
You're
guess.
the first person who was curious. Thank you.
Wow. And like I said, I'm not trying to sound like an ass. It is amazing how you know all this shit. But when we try to get together, you can't remember to bring your laptop over.
I know. I brought my penis sometimes. It's glued on.
You can be an encyclopedia when you want to be.
And like movies and shit, I can remember who was in what movie from '82 and stuff, but I can't.
You can't remember that you were supposed to come over at 7 and you call me at 11 asking if you were supposed to come over.
Did we actually set 6 or 7
today?
Before.
Oh, that time?
I don't know that we settled on an hour.
I think.
We said 6 or 7,
right?
But did we actually settle on 6 or 7?
That's not the point. The point was you can still come over.
Oh, that from before.
You mean tonight?
Yeah, I was talking about now. But I fucked it up again.
Custer's Revenge.
I'm gonna have to go watch this again because I don't remember agreeing on next weekend because I have my work. But let's stick with it. So I just going back to Little Big Man. He's portrayed as an idiot. This is answering your question from now going on 40 minutes ago. He's portrayed as an idiot because he's being portrayed by idiots.
Okay.
That's the answer to your question. He is a genius.
38 minutes later. You do feel better, don't you?
He is Custer was a genius in what he does as an officer in the cavalry. Like unparalleled, or he has very few peers in what he accomplished. And the whole of society thinks that he's an idiot because the whole of society is an idiot. Their IQs can't contemplate what he was accomplishing, and that's why they think they don't like him. That, and they have infantilism, so they believe whatever they're told. And they were told he's an idiot, so they just believe it without knowing anything about it. But you can't go out there with an IQ in triple digits, look at that, with the maturity of a grown man, look at that and go, yeah, what they're saying makes sense. Because it does not. It cannot. Physics are, so the Native American guy talking about firing over the teepees, everybody takes the Native Americans' word for it because of racism towards white people. You have to believe the Native Americans or you're a racist, okay? This is the point I was making about the range of the guns. They have this thing called an optimum range or a maximum range. They don't go into infinity. So when they're like, they were shooting over the roofs of the teepees. No, they weren't, because that's a mile away and the guns don't fire, they didn't fire. So no, they weren't. And everybody's like, they were inaccurate shots because they were firing high. No, they weren't. Because bullets don't go into fucking infinity. You have a 600 yards optimum range. So if it's beyond that, no. But everybody just takes their word for it because liberalism.
You do feel better now, don't you?
Yeah, it's like I just took a shit that's been storing for me since I'm a 9-year-old kid. And I'm 9 years old now. And it's just like, God damn it.
You're not 36, but
Custer
you're
was a
33.
fucking genius. You heard it from the only guy on this planet who's smart. Unless I need to know what I'm supposed to be here. On this issue, I am the only intelligent person on this issue. Everybody else is tarded. Just plain tarded.
Coming up next on Why the White Guy
Yeah.
Politics, what is wrong with the movie Young Guns?
Yes, Young Guns. Oh, that's a good one. Here's a few quick points on Young Guns.
Here we go.
Kiefer Sutherland. Okay, so the first one you've seen.
I've seen them all. I have the first one.
Nobody dies. None of those guys died in the first one.
And I know one person in real life, one person was turned into two different characters.
Yeah.
The Dermot Mulroney and the Casey Semesco character
were composites.
Were actually one person.
In a lot of ways, they're.
And there's going to be liberties taken.
Yes.
In all historical films.
So at the end of Young
Custer
Guns,
being retarded.
Casey Chemesco.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Chemesco.
Is it Chemesco?
Yeah. He died and Steve Stevens died, and neither one of them.
Dirty Steve. I like Dirty Steve.
He doesn't. Dirty Steve, as I understand it, died an old man.
Okay.
And the second one, Chavez and Doc get killed. Both died old men.
Right.
Neither one of them were killed.
I knew the Kiefer Sutherland thing was false.
Yes.
I knew that.
Yes, he doesn't die there.
So I guess Young Guns 2 is actually more historically inaccurate than the first one.
It's not even close.
Right.
The first one, it takes its liberties, but there's the scene where they ride in and they shoot up. Remember when the guy's taking a piss?
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "Are you?" I forget the guy's name offhand. He's like, "You so and so." He's like, "Hey." He's like, "Bam!" And then he's like, "By the way, you're under arrest," which is genius. That didn't happen. None of that happened.
That's for Hollywood, though.
But what the director John Fusco was doing was giving you the essence of what was going on. Here's a bunch of guys in their 20s with no training whatsoever that just got handed badges, going after a bunch of other guys that likewise just got handed badges, and shit got carried away. No formal training, no leadership, no observation, and it just, everybody shot everybody. Mm-hmm. There was no one event. That was an indicative of a many events. And he's just showing you this is in essence what happened. Mm-hmm. Bunch of young guys got handed badges with guns, done any fucking cool what they're doing, and shit got out of hand. So you get the essence of what happened. And Young Guns 2, it's a crazy fucking circus and and none of it happened. Like barely anything in that movie that they show you, like Doc and Chavez never got arrested. They were never in a pit. They never got rescued from a pit. That whole shootout, just plain simple, never happened. The redhead with the nice ass,
the naked chick,
was a 6-year-old man. He wasn't a prostitute.
Bullshit.
It wasn't a brothel.
Are you serious?
Jim Greathouse, not Jane Greathouse.
Wow. Did he still do the whole naked riding on a horse thing?
He may have done the naked thing. Now
that's the only part I remember.
The sheriff's deputy did get killed by his own guys.
Oh, okay.
He came out a window and they immediately jumped to the conclusion Billy the Kid just hosed down their own guy. That did happen. He did kill Bob Ollinger and not Eddie Bell. That's from Tour Duty Bell. I forget the guy's first name. J.W. Bell. That happened. But pretty much the rest of the movie's nonsense.
Really?
And so at the end, he gets arrested.
What about Arkansas Dave? Was he a real person?
Yes.
Later?
Arkansas Dave Rudabaugh was a real guy, but here's the thing. If you think he was beheaded,
yeah, I was going to.
You kind of tied it Like that's again. There's a picture of him where they got his severed head. You can find it online, and like this is the Mexicans were like, this is the head of Arkansas Dave Rudaball. It's like I didn't know that when you cut off somebody's head, they aged 30 years. I didn't know that was a thing. Did you know that was a thing? So I didn't. So look at a picture of Dave Rudaball, and then look at a picture of that head, and it's not the same guy.
Really?
And Dave Rudaball at that time would have been like maybe 30. He was a young gun, perhaps. That guy's like an old dude. Who the fuck did you kill?
Oh wow!
That wasn't Dave fucking Rudaball. Like, what part of your asshole did you even pull that out of, Mexicans? But they're Mexicans and you're hippies, so you can't question them. They take your word for it. Who did they kill? Who else died? Because it wasn't him. So it's like, get it? There's pictures of Dave Rudaball. Again, he was about the same age as Billy the Kid.
So roughly 18 to 21.
Yeah, and this happened in 1886-ish.
Yeah.
So
I think Billy was under 21 when he died.
They say he was 21, but nobody actually knows.
Right.
Records. Same thing with Dave Rudaball, but his dad died Dave Rudaball's dad died in the Civil War.
Okay.
So he's a child in the 1860s. So by the 1880s, he's 20s to 30s, depending on how old he was at the time. So he's thereabouts 30 years old when they say he got decapitated, I believe. We might want to look up. So if you look at the guy looks 50 to 60. Looks like Roger in age. So suddenly he just ages 30 years for no reason at all. I mean, that doesn't happen when you sever someone's head.
Yeah, David Rudaball.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it looks like.
They're
not going to be able to see because of the glare.
Yeah. But that's Dave Rudaball, so get a mental image. He's a thin guy.
He's from Illinois. Fulton County, Illinois.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was 31 when he died.
Yeah. Now, find a picture of the severed head, and the guy looks 50.
Okay.
So he's supposed to be 31 at the time of his death, which is nonsense.
There's Billy the Kid. I don't know if they're going to... That it?
That's it. It doesn't look anything like him.
Dirty Dave Rudaball.
No, they're saying that's Dave Rudaball.
Oh.
Or that's
well,
Arkansas. Yeah. That's why they say...
So is Arkansas Dave and Dirty Dave...
Yeah, he was known for lack of hygiene.
Oh, okay.
But look at that. Does that look anything like... No.
That doesn't even look like him.
No.
That's not a 31-year-old man.
31. That's not a 31-year-old man. That guy's in his 50s. Late 40s at best. Wow. So what the fuck are they talking about? And in the movie, they're like, Dave Rudaball was killed by the Mexicans as a warning again. And it's like, oh, he aged 30 years when they cut him his head off?
Yeah, right there. There's
What the fuck are you talking about?
So that is not that.
No, it's not even close. And then they're like,
yeah, you can't see with the glare, so do your own search. Wow.
Then they were saying that the guy might have been Billy the Kid. What was his name? You recall from Young Guns 2?
What, Billy the Kid's real name?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Remember how they were saying that there was the old man who
that was actually on Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah.
The fact that the old man claiming to be Billy.
So do you think that's true? Guess what? You kind of taught it. Because Billy the Kid and that guy didn't have the same color eyes. Billy the Kid has hazel blue eyes. You can see it in the photograph. That guy has dark colored eyes. Before contact
an elderly man.
Let me help you with some more details.
Brushy Bill Roberts.
Lying sack of fuck.
Brushy Bill tells Charles Phelan that he is dying and wants to receive a pardon that he was promised 70 years before the governor of New Mexico, claiming that he is really William H. Bonney, a.k.a. Billy the Kid, whom everyone knows to have been shot and killed by Pat Garrett in 1881. And then Brushy Bill Roberts tells the story.
They got a picture
of Brushy Bill?
Yeah.
I can look it up. But yeah, I heard that whole, I didn't remember his name was Brushy Bill, but I saw that on Unsolved Mysteries. Mm-hmm. Brushy Bill Roberts.
Let me help you out. They had different colored eyes done. Does it look like hazel blue eyes?
That's an old.
It is hard to tell there.
That's Billy.
Yeah, they don't look anything alike. It's not even ballpark.
Brushy Bill claimed, or AKA William blah blah blah. Attracted attention by claiming to be the Western outlaw William H. Bonney, Billy the Kid.
After claiming to be
Another
guy.
Robert's claim was rejected by Governor Thomas Mabry in 1950 and has widely been debated since that time.
Why?
Brushy Bill's story is promoted by the Billy the Kid Museum in his hometown of Hico in Hamilton County, Texas. Right there, see? Unsolved Mysteries, 1990 episode.
Yeah.
Right,
but look at his jaw.
Mm-hmm.
It's like square.
Yeah,
Billy
had a
jaw
big long,
pointed.
Yeah.
Different jaw, different head shape, different eye color, different heads. He's gray there, but different hair color. That guy had black hair.
He
Billy
died
the Kid
in
had
1950.
my hair.
He died in 1950.
Billy the Kid was Scottish Irish like me. That guy is not. Done.
He looked kind of like Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah, done. That guy is like
not Redenbacher or no. You know what you ever see Old School?
Yeah, with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, the old man Blue.
Yes.
He looked like Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
Yeah, he looks like that actor.
I saw Blue. It was glorious.
Yeah. But
that was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it was okay. It was funnier than I thought, but that's what Brushy Bill looks like. He looks like that actor who plays Blue.
Yeah, he does. Who doesn't look anything like Billy the Kid?
Does not look like Emilio Estevez.
No. Not that.
No, that was just a bad joke.
Excellent. His best fucking role. Way better than Free Jack.
Which we got to get to sometime.
We need to get to that sometime.
I don't mind Emilio from what I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of Emilio.
Yeah, what happened to him?
He was smart in West Hollywood.
Dead. Yeah.
No, he was smart.
He didn't want to get raped by all the Jews.
I think he's actually got like a winery, and that's where he's bringing in money.
Okay.
Because he knows his dad. His
residuals.
His dad is still Martin Sheen.
Yes.
And his brother is Crazy Charlie. So Emilio was smart, and he's out of the limelight. He's got a winery, and he's got his money. He's still making Mighty Ducks residuals.
A lot smarter than the people who criticized Custer at the Battle of the Bighorn, or thought Brushy Bill Roberts was Billy the Kid.
I want to watch Young Guns.
Yeah,
I do.
What else about Young Guns?
That was false, or just to talk about
the old guy in the first one, who's the bad guy, played by Guy.
The only old guy I remember was Terrence Stamp, but he's the one that owned the ranch that they lived on.
But then there was the villain. Remember him? Played by the guy from...
You're talking, I'll look. Terrence Stamp.
Terrence Stamp was the Englishman, and then there was the Irishman.
Terrence Stamp is awesome. He's from Superman 2.
Yes. But there's a problem, Terrence. There's a problem. Who's fucking Jack Palance?
Yeah, Jack from City Slickers. Jack Palance from City Slickers.
Jack Palance. Okay. Jack Palance, who was played by
he was playing
Murphy.
Lawrence G. Murphy.
Yes, L.G. Murphy. L.G. Murphy.
You know what? This actually had a really good fucking cast.
Absolutely.
Emilio, Kiefer Sutherland, Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen.
Blue Diamond Phillips, I was trying to remember. There's Casey Chimesco.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not.
Chimesco. See? S-I-E.
Chimesco.
Either way, he's good when I've seen him. Dylan Mulroney is good.
L.G. Murphy was dying of cancer throughout the entire...
Terry O'Quinn's in it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
He played the lawyer.
That's right.
Get your head on a swivel.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
You're going to have to watch it. Great fucking movie. L.G. Murphy was dying of cancer.
Yeah, I got it.
L.G. Murphy was dying of cancer the whole time. So he had little to nothing to do with the Lincoln County Wars. So it was his guy, Doyle, I'm going to forget his first name.
I'm done searching anyway.
Who was about 30 years older, so who he would have been that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been the guy who ran it, rode in and was threatening people and all that stuff. It would have been Doyle, not Murphy. Murphy was dying. Terrence Stamp's character was a 24-year-old kid.
Really?
Yeah, he died at 26, I want to say.
I did not know that.
So he had been around 24 to 26 during the events of the Lincoln County War. He was barely older than Billy the Kid.
Yeah, Billy was I think Billy was supposed to be 18 in the first movie.
Yeah, some thereabouts.
Yeah.
Again, because we don't know exactly when he was born. So thereabouts. He's a teenager. So the point is the Young Guns could have been even younger. So it wouldn't have been two old guys. It would have been a guy about 30 and a guy about 24, 25.
Wow.
While that was going on in real life. So
You
that's
really need to like
I do the whole thing.
do the whole thing like professionally done.
I need to quit my fucking job and just do this for a living. Fuck that.
No, but all jokes aside, because before you even had Whitey the White Guy Show, you had an old channel, Worried Squirrel or something like that, and somebody's hey, ooh.
We have a friend at all.
Yeah. Anyways, you did a really well done history versus fiction or something. I don't remember the title.
And then I tried to do this thing where I tried to graduate college and have a job.
And that really served you well. Look where you at now.
In a basement working on a laundry.
I'm your only friend, and your job requires you to wash old people linen.
Covered in poop and pee. And blood.
I will say this. As sad as it was, I did get a chuckle out of your old people pee a lot video.
Yeah, but what I've found is like the more pathetic you are, the more people tend to give you money.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep doing that.
Yeah. But no, in all seriousness, maybe on the Whitey the White Guy show, because that's more movie related.
Yes.
You should go back and just redo your history versus movie theory on.
And you need to tell your
Guns.
fans to tell me to like help Whitey with $20 so he can quit his job and do that.
No, I'm not doing that. The best I'm going to do is say, hey, go to the Whitey the White Guy show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving you money.
Oh, so Casey Chimesco's character, Charlie Beaudry, doesn't die in the first one, but dies where Doc Skurlock dies in the second one. That's who got killed now.
Oh.
Steve Stevens never got killed. At the first one, it was 2 Mexican guys. But you can't kill Chavez, who's a composite of all the Native Americans, Mexicans, and the whole thing.
Whatever happened to Lou Diamond Phillips? He was good. He did a couple episodes.
He got hit by a train.
He's still alive. He's working, I know. He did a couple episodes of that show, The Ranch, on Netflix, but he was good. I liked him in La Bamba. He was good, which is all he's ever going to be known for.
Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah. You ever seen Blood In, Blood Out?
No, but I've heard it's really good.
It needs to be named Build the Wall, the movie. It's like a film that tries to portray Mexicans as like humanized Mexicans, like hey, we're people too. Everybody gets raped, everybody gets stabbed, everybody gets shot, everybody gets murdered.
Lou Diamond Phillips is Hispanic, correct?
Yeah. No. Filipino.
Okay, Filipino, whatever. I found it funny.
But wait.
That they got him to play a Native American.
Just
because of his skin
So
color.
he's Filipino, but he can play a Mexican Indian, you son of a bitch.
But
Scarlett Johansson can't play somebody with a dick. Like, why? Why is this happening? Oh, because they're retarded.
Because in the 80s, no one cared about that stuff.
Oh, retarded. Yeah, there was so much better time.
No social media.
There was so many more white people. Custer was awesome. Custer did nothing wrong.
Unless you play the Atari game.
Yeah, neither did Hitler. So,
I heard
what else was
Lou Diamond Phillips in?
No, Young Guns.
Who else?
What else was false?
Charlie Sheen getting murdered?
That happened.
That did happen? Okay.
The only difference was he was there with a warrant for them, or he was coming for they had a warrant for him. They were after him, not the other way around. That was the only, but he got shot in the head. Got his head healthy bolt.
Well, that I can see.
But that did happen.
That I can see just for dramatic storytelling.
Yeah.
In the movie. And that's going to happen.
And I always wondered if that was kind of foreshadowing, because if you look at it, he's like, I'm not part of that war no more. And that's kind of what's going to happen to them. That's where they're going to be old men and still be hunted for shit they did in their 20s. But that was accurate. Again, so Young Guns 1, they took their liberties, but it was more, here's the essence of what happened in an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Shoot 'em out. Young Guns 2 was just barely any connection to
just like how they took 4 hours of gun battle and they put it in 10 minutes of Little Big Man.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well done. Way to pay attention.
I finally got it after 59
59
minutes. You know what it was? It's because you brought up Young Guns and it's a movie
Yes.
I like.
Yes.
That I've seen numerous times.
And we need to review that on all our channels.
Yeah, we might do that. That'll be fun. I'd have to rewatch it because it's been a long time. Probably been before my daughter was born. She's 6.
Wow. She's 6.
Yeah. I do want
shit.
to watch it because it's such a good fucking cast.
Oh, yeah. They nailed it. And I can understand why they cast Jack Palance and Terrence Stamp and wrote it that way. I mean, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Palance is a cowboy, no matter what.
Yeah.
I think he did westerns other than City Slickers. I don't fucking know.
And the shit on his face is World War II. His plane crashed.
Oh, okay. And he was in Batman.
Yeah. What did you think while we're rambling? I was pulling for the bad guys.
In what?
Tim Burton's Batman, where they killed Jack Palance got killed in the first one, and then the second one, who did they kill? It was
in the second one, it was Penguin and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Oh, they killed Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. I was pulling for Christopher Walken. I wanted him to win.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, I did. I was like, dude, no. Let the bad guys beat these guys because they're assholes.
Well, see, that's the thing. I get in arguments with comic nerds all the time. I like to poke the bear because they always say Batman is like the coolest superhero and they hate Superman. Batman is only cool because Batman is only well liked because the villains are so cool.
Yeah,
Batman, just like the Christopher Nolan movies, is boring.
We were making that point, I think, on the last one. I was saying you need to have a good villain. That's why I miss Hitler, because you need to have a good villain. And the liberals are just such whiny little pussies.
I'll take this back to like the movie route. When you have a charismatic villain, Kevin Spacey in Seven, Kurtwood Smith in RoboCop.
Yep.
They're horrible people. But there's that little bit of you who's like that guy is so good at what he's doing. You kind of want Clarence Boddicker to kill RoboCop. Here's the thing. Okay. I love Miguel Ferrer. But when Kurtwood Smith walks in while Miguel Ferrer is snorting coke with the hookers and says, "Bitches leave," that's an entrance. Yes. That's awesome. Bob, is Miguel Ferrer. Mm-hmm. He's not a good guy, but you don't want him to die. He's just an asshole businessman. But when Kurtwood Smith walks in, looks at the hooker, says, "Bitches leave," and he does that, I think it's a grenade. He does like a little thing with a grenade and then walks out. You're like, that fucker's cool. Yes. You're not supposed to cheer for him, but that fucker's cool because he's so good. Like,
when he spits on the blood.
That's what I was going to say. Like the scene where RoboCop knows that Kurtwood Smith is his murderer.
This is still the Custer one.
I know, it's awesome. But here's the thing. Like that scene where we'll get into it. We're going to review RoboCop again. But the scene where
split these in the two.
No, don't split it.
Keep it. Split it in the two.
When you start fucking with your videos, that's when you get strikes, and that's when people don't. That's when you fuck shit up because you're going to end up cutting it at the wrong spot. You can't use a cell phone. You shouldn't cut videos. Anyways.
I'll just go with it. Okay.
Yeah. Just don't touch it. It doesn't
I'm going to split it as soon as I get home.
He's going to forget about it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I'm dreaming about Taco Bell. I'm not even going to remember
this. Here's the thing. The point I was going to say is RoboCop just figured out Kurtwood Smith is his murderer. Okay. It's a cool scene where he's beating the shit out of Kurtwood Smith, and you're like, yes, RoboCop's giving it to him. Kurtwood Smith has the shit kicked out of him. He throws him up against the desk, and he says, book him, he's a cop killer. And you're like, yes, he's finally going to get it. But then what does Kurtwood Smith do? He spits blood on the secretary's like name tag or whatever, and that's cool because that secretary is actually Kurtwood's wife in real life.
Oh, I didn't know.
He spits on that and he says, "Give me my fucking phone call." Yeah. So he's that good. He just got his ass kicked by RoboCop. You're cheering him on, and then he wins you back by just saying one line and spitting blood. He's cool.
You're spot on the nose because that's what a villain needs to be. Mm-hmm. He ain't taking shit from anybody.
Right.
Like I hate it when liberals make movies because the villain, like I hate them. What's the one with Chuck Norris and the Sidekicks? And then Joe Piscopo at the end, he's a giant pussy. Give me a good villain. So there's so many movies where it's like, the villain's all trembling, scared, and all that stuff. Don't do that. Give me that guy. Give me the guy who doesn't give a fuck.
Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. Dark Knight is a boring fucking
without
movie.
Heath Ledger, it's not a good movie.
But when Heath Ledger is on it, you are glued to the screen.
Exactly.
I ate my words when I first found out Heath Ledger, the guy from 10 Things I Hate About You, because he's a pretty boy.
Yes.
When he was hired and cast as the Joker, I was like, this isn't going to work. I was 100% wrong, and that's why now I give every single actor benefit of the doubt, no matter how weird the casting choice is. Because Heath Ledger proved me 100% wrong. He took a character, and he's also following up Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Now, Cesar Romero from the 60s Batman, fantastic. But he's not the same as the Jack Nicholson's take.
Yeah.
Nicholson made it his own. We got cartoonist Cesar Romero, and then we got Jack Nicholson, who's still over the top and goofy, but he's like a smooth gangster type character. And then you got Heath Ledger, who's just pure anarchy.
And then you have Jared Leto.
Jared Leto was fine. I really enjoyed once you realize that he's not. It's like Predator and Predator 2. You can't follow it up, and everyone's expecting he's going to be so good.
But you just said Heath Ledger crushed it.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
after Nicholson.
Right, but the thing is, you could have your favorite actor be the next Joker.
No, I can't.
Because Anton Yelchin is if Anton was not crushed by his car, and he was the next Joker, he would always be compared to Heath Ledger, no matter how good he was. You'd have all these butthurt fanboys saying Anton was not as good as Heath Ledger, and they wish he would get crushed by his car.
That would be. What if they did cast Anton and then it got crushed? That's like, stop being the Joker in movies. Jared Leto, look out!
No, but you see my point. You see my point.
Yeah.
Someone as talented as Anton, he's following up Heath Ledger.
And to be clear, I'm a big Jared Leto fan. I haven't seen the film. I've seen all the different parts. I'm just like,
you got to see it you got to see where he takes the character, and he's only in the film for maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Spliced here and there. You see, it's his own take, and but regardless, the next person playing that was going to be doomed to be shit on by fans, no matter what. But that was it all goes back to he was fantastic. He was a good, charismatic.
He won the fight. The fans, as you yourself, did not think he could pull up, and then he did.
He did.
So you can get out from under the shadow of the previous thing if you're just fucking awesome. So I agree, the bar is high. Mm-hmm. You're coming in off the classic. You're coming in off of Predator. You're coming off of Jack Nicholson. You're coming off of Debbie Does Dallas. You have to. That bar is high, so you really got to achieve.
Hey, look, we got one viewer after an hour and 7 minutes.
Hey,
it's not me this time. Anyways, keep going.
So I agree that the bar is higher, but the problem is like they just put it out there for money.
Yeah.
And nobody gives a fuck that the film's being made. Heath Ledger gave a shit about his performance. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of shitty movies
that Heath was in.
No, that just in general sequels that were shit that clearly no one gave a fuck about.
Troll 2.
Yeah. Good God. Troll 2 is coming off the fantastic success of Troll 1. You got to get out from under the shadow of Troll.
But no, it's true. The bar is set so high. It's like, put it this way. I wasn't a huge fan of Avatar. What about, some people, still have a fucking boner for that movie. Avatar 2 is coming out. Avatar, I think, is the most profitable movie of all time. Avatar 2, no matter how good it is, no matter how much fanboys are sucking James Cameron's dick, will not be as successful or anywhere close to being as well loved or received as Avatar 1.
What was Avatar?
Avatar was the one where they used like virtual reality or something, and they morphed into the bodies of those giant like blue thingamajigs that walked around in the forest. It was Ferngully. It was Ferngully.
Yeah, the Ferngully remake.
Yep.
That's why I couldn't remember. I was like, what is it? I can't recall. And it's because he was liberal propagandic fucking trash. I want to hurt people.
Yeah, but you see my point. It's not going to... Avatar 2, no matter what, is not going to...
Wait, they made 2?
They're making like 3 or 4 of them. It's in the process of making it. It takes like 25 years to make.
What are you gonna do with it? There's no. Was there a Fern Gully? Yeah, there was a Fern Gully. So it's gonna be Fern Gully too.
Yeah.
What? Where do you go with that story?
I don't know.
It pretty much wrapped up at the end, right? They go back to Fern Gully and Christian Slater tosses that girl's salad. What are you gonna do with that movie? Christian Slater was the voice of the guy in Fern Gully.
Oh, I thought you were talking about in Avatar 2.
Christian Slater in Avatar 2? Hey guys, I'm Christian Slater. I made a movie.
I was Arkansas Dave Rudaball.
He did a really good job with that performance. I like some Christian Slater.
I like Christian Slater a lot. When he's not trying to be Jack Nicholson. Let's see, liked him.
He wasn't in that one.
I liked him in True Romance.
Okay.
Young Guns 2. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Where he actually did a British accent.
Kind of, I guess.
Kevin fuck couldn't do it. Idiot. Americans, leave England alone. Just leave. I need to be under the blanket. Leave England alone.
You're so stupid.
This person chimed in as like, Custer, they're talking about Christian Slater and shit? That was an hour ago.
Christian Slater plays Custer in Avatar 2.
The first 40 minutes was Battle of the Bighorn and me hating liberals. Hitler had a point. And then we got into movies. I don't even know how he did it, but Christian Slater was good in Broken Arrow. He was.
And you know who else is in Broken Arrow? Samantha Mathis.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about John Travolta.
I want to have her babies. Especially, did you ever go see Pump Up the
Never
Volume?
saw Pump Up the Volume, but I saw the titty part.
Titties.
I saw the titty part.
Go watch the movie Pump Up the Volume, but only for the titties. It more or less predicted the internet. This is what we're doing now is what that movie was.
Thank you, Samantha
Only,
Mathis.
No titties. Or Samantha Mathis.
Yes. God.
There were nice titties there.
I haven't seen her recently, but Pump Up the Volume, Super Mario Brothers, Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow was good because she had those tight Ranger pants on. And I bet you I can make you hate
Punisher.
The Punisher. I bet you I can make you hate Christian Slater, though. He was banging her on a regular basis.
You lucky fuck.
Yeah, I think they were engaged for a while.
I thought they got married at some point.
No, they were never married.
Huh.
Fucker.
What else were we talking about? Avatar. Fuck Avatar. I was waiting to get that point in. Fuck Avatar.
What else have we talked about tonight? There's a bunch of Custer video games for the Atari where you
rape
Indians.
A Battle of the Bighorn video game. Where you can be one or the other side and just try to deploy your troops.
That's basically like Call of Duty now.
Yeah, no, well, not a first-person shooter, more of a strategy. So command the 7th Cavalry Regiment and win, which I would have done.
Well, get on that. Maybe you can move out of the basement.
Yeah.
You lost. See, they were here to see you talk about Custer.
Yeah.
Well, where were you an hour ago?
Samantha Mathis' titties. You'd think they would get more viewership, not less.
I think people finally hated you.
Yeah.
What is it? You can't get viewers at 2 a.m. You can't get viewers at 10 o'clock, and we're now at 11.
But at 11 a.m., I can't keep them away. I gotta get.
So don't sleep tonight.
I'm gonna have to go get so much Taco Bell.
Start live streaming at 11 in the morning. You hopped up on coffee.
Yeah.
And Taco Bell and cocaine.
And naked and sore from work.
I am glad you have your shirt on for this live stream.
Not anymore.
No. I want to see Samantha Mathis's titties, not yours.
Let's see what has happened before or since.
I don't know.
Chunk Wanker at the Young Turks. 4 views.
Hey, 28. Oh no, that was. Hey, 4 views on Puffy Tits, and 4 views on more Puffy Tits. Hey, you got 2 thumbs up on more Puffy Tits.
Yeah.
Not for me.
What the fuck, dude? That's over there. How's this doing?
Whitey the White Guy.
It's still fucked up. It's for cop there.
Yeah, that might be a lost cause.
3 views.
Oh no, it's still there. 3 views.
But I haven't shared it on any platforms yet, so it'll go up to like 12 or 15 views.
Yeah. And the thing is, you only have like 7 subs on that. Nope, 17.
17.
You keep correcting me.
But so everybody, there's nobody watching this anymore. Everybody go watch Why Did White Guy Show and sub me up over there. Yeah.
Right now.
Right fucking now. As soon as you see this in a week. Help me out. Why Do White Guy Show? This is Why Do I Got Politics. What do you think of Gwildor?
Who?
The guy, the redhead and the thing.
Oh, the little midget from Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, what was his Billy Barty?
Oh God, Billy Barty creeped me out.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen him outside of the Gwildor picture?
Yeah, he was a weird looking fuck.
And he had
they cast him properly. They made the movie.
He had like the midget sausage fingers.
Yeah.
It creeped me out. It looked like
But not when you were a kid, like just
no.
now.
He creeped me out as a kid. Because his fingers reminded me of. You've seen Gremlins numerous times.
Yeah.
He looked like Gizmo. Like Gizmo had those little. That's horrifying.
One eye's like.
He had like the little Mogwai sausage fingers.
Oh my god. See.
What?
I can't say Hitler was an awesome guy, but you can make fun of short people's sausage fingers. The hypocrisy of it all.
You can't say you wish Hitler was back, but I can say midget sausage fingers. Freaked me out.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Because that's different, though.
Fucking liberals.
It's true, though. Look at
what? It is true. Hitler was great.
No, what I said was true. Look at Billy Barty's midget sausage fingers and tell me someone isn't creeped out by them.
I don't even know what to make of that at this point.
I will say this: Billy Barty was in one good
so
movie.
Offended.
Billy Barty was in one good movie, UHF.
See? Oh, that's from a commenting on Twitter.
Oh, see? So that doesn't even count.
No.
Back to the basement for you.
Oh, my video on Serena Williams is up.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't complimentary. Actually, the two of them.
You did 2 Serena Williams?
Yeah, it was before I actually saw what happened and then after. And I was basically like, go back to Wakanda. That's basically what I said.
Oh, you need to sit and watch and then review Black Panther.
I need to get raped by the Oakland Raiders.
That's okay. You can review that too.
Oh my god. I should have go back to Wakanda. I'm not going to.
Are you really going to do that?
Yeah.
You might get more views because nerds will type in Wakanda.
Yeah. Oh, nerds. Go back to Wakanda. It's just like my Fuck the Jews video where
Wow.
I didn't even bring them up. It was supposed to be ironic, but YouTube disagreed. I guess you can't say that. You can say kill Whitey.
Your next video should just be Billy Barty sausage fingers. Horrifying.
That's so offensive to little people, though.
No, it's not. Because they'll look at their fingers and be like, "Wow, he's right."
Yeah, it's weird. Gwildor, that he needed his own movie.
No, he didn't.
He needed his own movie.
The less Billy Barty, the better, because he had the bug eyes. He was the ugliest midget I've ever seen. Like worse than Vern Troyer.
Yeah, Vern Troyer was a handsome man.
No, he wasn't. Vern Troyer was like 2'8", and you could see the veins through his head.
Yeah,
but he creeped me out less than Billy Barty.
Yeah,
because Billy Barty had the bug eyes, and he's always winking at you, and he looked like an 80-year-old man.
Yeah,
he had the fat sausage fingers, and he had the high-pitched, really weird chipmunk voice.
We need to do one in your show of the Toby Fat Sausage Fingers. What was the thing we were saying earlier that we needed to do? We're not going to remember what the fuck.
A movie review? Or?
Yeah, what we should title it. And now I'm not going to fucking remember. It's genius.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hours ago, before the thing with the 2 prongs.
That's what broke me.
Yeah.
Fat sausage fingers.
It wasn't Shake the Baby. We already covered Shake the Baby.
We said Shake the Baby.
Was upstairs while we were
Puffy tits.
shoot Yeller and
Shoot, no, yeah. I don't mean to sound wrong, but she needs to be taken out like old Yeller.
Good friend.
No, she's not. She's horrible.
I was talking about you.
No, I'm not. I'm horrible.
Oh my
She's not my friend. I don't know. Fuck if I know. Billy Barty creeps me out. He's like the stuff of nightmares. He is like what you would find like literally hiding under your bed because you can't get on the bed. But
you'd have to wiggle up there. See, now you got me doing it.
But he is. He's what you would picture the boogeyman as. Not the pantsless like creature from the real Ghostbusters. It's really Billy Barty.
Yeah. We need who's the midget now? It's that Vern Troyer died.
Yeah, he's
Billy
dead.
Barty's dead. We need a new midget.
Warwick Davis is still alive.
Oh, that's right.
You know who Warwick Davis is?
Yeah, of course. Whoa.
And the Leprechaun.
He's the Leprechaun. He's got the new mantle, man. He's the new midget for the millennium.
Until the next midget comes by.
Until the next midget. I'd fuck a midget.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, I would so do it.
Oh.
You know how big my dick would look in her hands? It'd be massive. I was about to mention a midget.
In her fat sausage fingers?
I'm into a midget, but I don't want to bring up her name. She's like on YouTube and shit. And I'm like, I'd fuck her.
Is this the midget that we were talking about earlier, or is this someone totally unrelated?
Totally unrelated.
Okay.
We were talking about midget?
No, I didn't know if
two dudes.
No,
I'm talking about a girl.
No, man. I didn't know if who we were talking about earlier.
No, the girl at work is not a midget.
Okay,
no.
Okay.
No,
I didn't know how much I could bring up.
A YouTuber who's a short person.
Now now a short person is okay. A midget, no.
Isn't short person the umbrella for midgets?
No, there's a person who's short, and then there's a midget.
Oh, so you're saying like Snooki?
Snooki's short, but she looks like a gremlin, so I still wouldn't want to fuck her. But
gay fish.
She is like 5 foot, I think. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I'd fuck a short person too.
But not a midget. Not a midget.
Why do you gotta hate me?
I don't hate this. It's just creepy.
This is gonna be a whole video in and of itself.
Go ahead. I don't fucking care. See, now you can finally have me.
What was it? Sausage finger?
Fat Billy Barty sausage fingers. So you need to edit this title.
Custer needs to be the name of a band.
This video should be called Custer and the Billy Barty sausage fingers.
Yes. This is gonna end up being 6 or 8 different.
See, I have a time. I've said it many times before.
I'm cutting it into segments.
As bad as this sounds, deformities make me uncomfortable and creep me out. So, Lobster Boy, stay away from me.
No.
Dwarves or midgets. I'm going to say midget. Many midget people say midget people. Many midgets say they don't mind the word midget
because I'm a Hitler supporter.
Many midgets say use the word midget because it makes them money. You know, people know what a midget is.
Yeah.
They just creep me out. So there's no way. Like, and the thing is, most people who are short, like just literally short, like 4'11", 5 foot, they're still somewhat proportional. You got like some of the midgets with like the little nubby legs, but they got they got the long monkey knuckle dragon arms.
Oh my god!
No, seriously, it's fucking creepy.
This is worse than the Holocaust. This discussion about.
Why couldn't you be talking about dwarves like an hour ago? I could have given you so much fucking material.
It is interesting. I'm like
hell out.
Wow.
Next time we do a live stream on your channel, you can talk about dwarves and stuff. I can talk so much about.
What about Willow's wife?
Willow's wife? I don't remember what she looks like, but she probably would creep me out because
you wouldn't do anal with Willow's wife.
No, because it would be like doing like a little child because of the size. That's and then you got to remember, a lot of them have that weird like outie butt. You know what I'm talking about?
I want to put my dick in it. That's the point of
No, because it's not proportionate. It sticks out like you got the girls who are tall and well proportioned, but they got like the nice big ass.
Oh my god!
Not like dwarf ass. Dwarf ass usually sticks out like an extra 3 or 4 inches from their body. Oh.
So Mike would be into that dwarf ass.
But then you got the cranium. You got the forehead out to here. You got the normal size head. It's like a bobblehead.
Yeah.
You got the bobblehead.
That is
not necessarily, with the the misproportioned neck, go like this. But they got the chin that sticks out like this sometimes, and they got the big forehead. They could probably be attractive if they weren't a dwarf. Because they wouldn't have the extra stuff here, but this part is okay, just not here and here.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you at all.
Yeah, you are, because you'd fuck a midget.
I would.
No.
Why would I not do that?
And then they got the little nubby legs. So let's just say.
Why do you gotta hate?
Let's just say you're banging a midget in a spooning position, and they got the little nubby legs. It's like you're fucking a turkey, and that's the drumstick, right there. Think of that next Thanksgiving. Okay, you got the little drumstick sticking out here, in the spooning position. And
since 2015, I have hated on every other group of people on the planet, and you were like, "That's horrible." This is the first time where I'm like, "Why do you gotta hate on short people?"
I'm not hating on short people. I'm just saying midgets. I wouldn't fuck a midget because it'd be creepy.
Racist. That makes you heightist? You're a heightist because you're not sexually attracted to certain people?
No, that's just preference.
Yeah.
You can't blame a person for the preference. You can think I'm an asshole because I would fuck a midget because they look weird.
I'm not going to hold it against you. Your competition. Now I got all the midgets to myself. I got all the hot midget chicks I need. And the lady from Total Recall.
No.
What?
No. She's dead, though.
What?
Yeah, she died within the last 2 or 3 years.
Oh. Every time I see you, you're like, and then he died, and then he died, and he's dead.
Powers Booth is dead. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. Powers.
No, that midget creeped me out too because she's got the big normal size head on the teeny tiny body, and then there's a horror movie that creeps me out. It's called Warlock the Armageddon. You'll probably never ever see it in your life because you don't like extra stupid horror movies. Julian Sands, I don't know if you know that actor.
I know Stark Sands.
That's not the same person.
Okay.
He plays the son of Satan, and he's got to get these mystical ruins, and it brings Satan up, and blah, blah, blah. But one of the people he has to get the ruins from is a midget. And this part creeps me out, not because she's just little. And I'm not talking like Tangina from Poltergeist. That midget creeps me out, too, because of the voice. This one is kind of extra small Tangina, but she's got the Tangina voice. And then there's a scene where he gets the ruin from her. He grabs her and he lifts her up, and you just see the little legs kicking. That's creepy, dude. That creeps me the fuck out because you see the little nubs keep going back and forth right before he fucking puts her in an Iron Maiden and shuts the door.
Oh my god, you were scarred as a child.
Oh man,
this is what Killer Clowns for me is. What short people is for you.
Not short people, midgets. There's a difference.
Not talking the politically correct term for midgets and dwarfs, etc.
Munchkins.
Is short people.
No, I think the politically correct term actually is dwarfs.
No, that's I'm talking about ass. That aren't we?
Warwick Davis is a midget. He wants to be called a dwarf.
In the yarmulke propaganda of liberal society, aren't we supposed to refer to people?
No, little people, not short people.
Oh, little people. But that's what we call the gooks in Vietnam. Are you sure it's not short people?
It's little people. Because Rachel, my wife, used to watch a show on a TLC channel about a family of midgets.
In our attempt for political correctness, we fail so hard.
She used to watch a show on TLC about a family of midgets.
Okay.
Or dwarves, whatever the fuck, I don't care.
There's differences between them.
No, there's so many different.
Yes.
Yes.
There's dwarfism.
You know what?
Different
Scary is scary. It doesn't matter.
The little legs, the little legs.
But it was called Little People, Big World. Little people is the proper term. They like to be called little persons. That's true. I don't think they really like to be called dwarves.
But that's what we
dwarves
call
is more acceptable.
The
Dwarves are more acceptable than midgets, but they prefer to be called little people. But I don't care. Half pint munchkin, a little bit. I don't care what they're called. Billy Barty. You make me uncomfortable if you haven't been able to tell. I would never fuck a midget.
I want to dip my balls in it.
I don't care.
I want to teabag a midget, like a short person. A little.
There's a lot of people that don't want to have sex with a pregnant person because they're worried that the baby will feel it. What if you have a huge dick and you're banging a midget? Are you going to knock her teeth out or something? As little as they are?
Well, the point is you don't have to have a huge dick. You can have a normal one like mine.
What about
and you still feel like a porn star?
What about these normal-sized women who bang midget dudes? Vern Troyer had a sex tape out.
But that's a guy. I'm talking about chicks. I'm talking about the
But no, I'm just
or dude's wife, Willow's wife.
I don't remember what she looked like in the movie.
She wasn't attractive. But she had the little legs, so you're like, ew, little legs. I'm like, oh, little legs.
No, not just the little legs, like the butt that sticks out, the big forehead.
Exactly.
And I don't know if she had the big giant boxing catcher's mitt hands. If they were catcher's mitt hands,
the proportions are off. I hear what you're saying.
I don't like it.
Okay.
It creeps me out. And then they smile and they
it's my birthday that you're getting a midget prostitute for me.
Well, I hope you know that midget prostitutes actually cost more than regular prostitutes because
that's discrimination.
No, it's because it's like a specialty.
Yeah, it is.
So you got the hot hooker over there.
Double indemnity when anal's involved.
You got the hot hooker over there who's probably clean of all diseases.
Is she?
And then you got, let's just say, $100 for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You got the scary-looking Billy Barty in a wig, midget or female midget over there, yeah. $150, just because she's a midget. You'd rather fuck? No.
What are my options again? Okay, she's
now. Wait a minute.
Did she have hepatitis?
No, she's clean.
Okay, so she's clean. But the midgets has hepatitis.
Probably, and they're still going to cost more because she's a specialty actor.
And I'm putting it right in her ass. I'm not playing around.
Oh, and you're worried about how your dick would look in her hands. Like you're not gonna look. You're not. No, you're not gonna be busy focusing on your dick. You're gonna be busy focusing on the Billy Barty hand.
She's gonna be drooling because of.
No.
All right.
You're gonna pop a vital organ on her.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Seriously though, it would be like fucking a Thanksgiving turkey because you have the drumstick just right there. No.
I'm gonna put it in her ass and she's gonna cough. It's beautiful. So we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Oh, I wouldn't fuck a midget.
Here, I'm not gonna name this person, but the end button doesn't work.
Oh.
I don't know if I can do this.
Is this person that you're talking about an actual friend of yours?
No.
Then why don't you just name him?
Because
they don't watch this show.
Without the capacity for the letter N, I'm really
search it on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. You are like Helen Keller.
Could you teach me to read?
I would rather bang a deaf, blind person than a midget. Wouldn't care if I could tell if she was enjoying it or not.
The little legs.
See, that's what it. Oh, seriously.
I am so glad I found your dark underbelly, dude.
Oh, there's a lot of things creep me out. You just never ask. Midgets and deformities.
Oh my God.
People in suits, not like suits, but the Easter Bunny.
Oh, costume.
Yes. People in those fake suits, the costumes. If I don't want to go, I don't want to go to Six Flags because I wouldn't go on the roller coaster. But I don't want Bugs Bunny. but like Bugs Bunny fucking.
I gotcha.
I don't want to go to like a baseball game, not because baseball's boring, but because I don't want
Can't
like
go to a
I don't
wedding.
want like the Wildcat to come and like, hey, you know, take a picture. No, don't fucking touch me.
Oh my god. She's
That's
got
not a midget.
dwarfism.
That's not a midget.
Because
She looks like she's 12.
she's a midget.
No, I've seen some
What
old
were we
looking.
just talking about?
I've seen some weird looking, old looking midgets. Like
She looks really normal there, but
She-
you
yeah,
gotta see her.
but then when you see, but if you see the drumsticks, it's not gonna work. No. No. See, no.
This is her on the right. It's hard to tell without her body in frame.
She
But her
looks
head's
normal.
disproportionate
No,
to
but
the
no.
rest of her. She's a short person, but she's gorgeous.
She's kind of cute. She kind of a little bit got like the she's got a little bit of the Cro-Magnon man forehead.
She's had a YouTube channel for years,
Okay.
and so you go back to when she was like 15, but now she's like mid-20s or whatever it is.
No.
There it is. There you go. You can see the
Her hands look normal.
No, she's a dwarf or something.
Her hands look normal in that
I
picture.
wonder if I have it.
I'm not gonna watch the video. Fuck that.
No, I wasn't going to show you a video. I'm just saying she's an attractive young woman.
She's okay looking there.
I don't know if you can tell from that.
She just looks way too young.
Because she's a midget.
Billy Barty
The
didn't look-
body of a child.
No, because I've
Her
seen.
proportions are fucking weird.
But now, see, you
That
understand
was-
what I'm saying?
That was then. She where to go? I don't know if that she's.
Yeah, but she
early
got this. Now she looks
20s.
like Sinead O'Connor there.
Yeah, she does look.
And no, I would not. fuck
I didn't
Sinead
like the
O'Connor either.
move, but yeah, she was when she started her channel. She was probably late teens or whatever.
Yeah.
Now she's mid-20s or something.
Hey, I wouldn't. Yeah. No.
What was I?
Bridget the midget.
Oh, I was gonna look up. I wonder if she's on Wikipedia and see what she's got. I'll try. I don't think she's that famous.
I don't know. Wouldn't I? No, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man.
All right. Well,
No, all I need is like a midget, like in one of those fucking costumes. No. Yeah, they just fucking pick me up.
I'm gonna keep Billy Bartying me. I'm gonna see if I can find something else.
I think you know how you said all your Custer piece in like 45 minutes. I think I'm good now.
You feel better about Billy Barty?
No, I still don't like him. He still creeps me the fuck out.
But you got it on your chest.
He's dead. He's been dead for a long time. I don't care. He's just
No, it's gonna go to a video. I just want. Give me one sentence so I know what the fuck she has. I don't think it's gonna be there.
one sentence about what
About what her specific.
midgetism is.
She has a mild form of dwarfism, so her proportions are a little. I don't know if that's her. Yeah, it is.
Okay,
She has a dwarfism, but it's like
they all have dwarfism. Each one has a specific dwarfism.
Man,
There's so many different like types.
I just want to fuck one. I don't care what they. I'm not going to become connoisseur
No,
about the medical differences and what they
Can't do it.
age.
can't do it. It's just fucking weird.
You see those
You're
little
like
legs?
fucking a kid. No,
I don't. Man, it's just a grown woman.
no, she's not. She's
The
only
lady
up to
from
here.
Total Recall is a grown. Well, you
No,
said
she's not.
the head is normal.
It's like the bobble.
Exactly.
Imagine if she's like on top of you and you just see this.
Yeah, I'd come instantly.
Couldn't do
It'd
it.
be the best 32 seconds
No.
of my life.
No, it'd be like, I'd have to bang her with my eyes closed, and then I'd run.
So you're gonna put the bag over your head.
Yeah, and hopefully a plastic one. Because and then if I survive, I go run and do like the crying game shower.
Yes.
To burn my clothes and then cry in the shower. Like,
Unclean. Oh my god. You know what? I forgot to mention a guy who I hate. From Custer shit. And that because his name
Enrico
was
or Alberto.
Frank Finkel.
Ray Finkel.
Right, Frank Finkel.
Ray.
Ray Finkel was the character.
Ray Finkel was from Ace Ventura.
Frank Finkel in the 1800s lied about being the last survivor of the Bighorn.
That's not the name you mentioned.
No, Frank Finkel. In the movie, it was Einhorn is Finkel and Finkel is Einhorn.
Right. Captain
But
Winky.
when you mentioned that, I thought of Frank Finkel, who exists as a historical character. And this guy lied about being at the Bighorn, ended up getting a book. And this goes back to your question from an hour and 39 minutes ago.
Midgets, man, they just
That,
got the worst in me.
So I now have to edit this back in. Why do people misunderstand Custer? And part of that is Frank fucking Finkel lied about the Bighorn, and everything he said happened was horseshit. If you watch Son of the Morning Star, that's what they based it on.
See,
A guy who wasn't there.
See, people, this is why you need to sub to his channel. We can talk
Midgets.
an hour and 40 minutes. We start talking
We
about.
covered a lot of
We
ground.
start talking about George. Is it George Custer? Is that his name?
George Custer, yeah.
George Custer. I don't fucking know. We start talking about
Billy
him.
Barty? Billy?
We start talking about Custer, and then I go off on a midget tangent, and this guy here can bring it back to Custer.
Yeah.
That's the stupid shit you get to watch on Whitey the White Guy Politics. So give him
Whitey White Guy show.
so give-
Gold Party.
So give him your money.
Yeah, give me your fucking money.
He's got midget hookers to buy.
She got midget legs. You wouldn't want to see
Seriously,
her naked?
no, it's like fucking a Cabbage Patch
Are
doll.
you familiar with I Want to Dip My Balls In It from the state?
No, I've never seen the state.
Okay. It's a sketch comedy.
I've heard the term. I want to dip my balls in it.
Yeah, it goes back to the state from like 90s.
Okay.
Oh, and when it comes to short people, I want to dip my balls in it.
You like fucking a Cabbage Patch doll? No.
How do you know that's not hot? All right. What else we got?
I think we're done.
We are fucking. We are. Yeah.
This isn't our first live stream tonight either.
No.
Go watch the previous
third.
ones that he's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I think this was our most passionate.
Yeah. This is our most passionate.
Literally, because you want
Fantastical.
to fuck a midget.
And then there was what was the movie? I'm trying to think of a movie. And then there's Free Jack with Emilio Estevez. Oh,
yeah,
and
we
then,
talked about Young Guns in this too.
And we fucking forgot we were going to talk about Hudson Hawk.
Oh, you fucking asshole! Don't ruin the rest of my night. You go from talking about midgets and now you bring up Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk.
Here's my review. I have a review of Hudson Hawk. If you want an in-depth review of Hudson Hawk, go to my channel. Hey Internet, Eric here. It's in the playlist called My Movie Thoughts. If you want a quick review of Hudson Hawk, here it is.
Fuck you, it's gonna be a long one.
Bruce Willis wants a cappuccino. He doesn't get it because he's busy working with Danny Aiello to take down Sandra Bernhard, who's busy playing with her dog. The movie fucking sucks. The end. You can't deny that that was an honest and pretty accurate review of Hudson Hawk.
There's a guy named Butterfinger. I like that guy. Yeah, it was not.
That was a pretty accurate review of Hudson Hawk.
Yeah.
There you go. Next time he's over, we'll get more into it.
There was also a horse. What the fuck happened with that movie?
I don't know. I don't have enough energy after talking Billy Barty and drumsticks.
Text that to me real quick so when I edit this.
Billy Barty sausage.
I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna leave this as it is,
and then
I'm gonna break it into sections.
Yeah, because I want this whole hour and 45 minutes,
there, baby.
Because you know what, they're gonna have to start being to the end with this whole fucking.
See, what we're doing wrong, I think, is everybody else is out drinking and having a life.
Yeah,
and we're talking about
midgets and Custer.
Teabagging midgets.
Oh, you're teabagging midgets.
I'm not doing some midgets.
I'm not teabagging midgets.
When I make my millions, which is
never
any minute now,
you will have a better chance
before I go to my grave. I better teabag a midget.
You will have a better chance fucking a midget up the ass than winning $1 million. As bad as your resources are, you have a better chance getting that midget than making money.
I never thought of it that way. I always thought I'd have to make the money first. in order to fuck a midget in the ass. It never occurred to me that I could just fuck a midget in the ass and skip $1 million. Wow. I might have been approaching the last. Remember, there years of my life long. You think so? You're saying there's a midget out there for me?
Billy Barty found love once.
There needs to be a There needs to be a dating site, either for midgets or people who.
Well, there is a website.
Is there a term?
There's a website called Tinder where random people go just to find someone to fuck. I'm sure you can find
looking for random people. I'm specifically.
No, I'm
for
sure
midgets.
you can put it on there saying looking for a midget.
Are you sure it's short people?
You must be able to kick your legs.
Oh my god. If you can get on a coffee table in 1 pound, I'm not interested. Oh my god. Should we call it a day?
I think we should.
I'm hungry as shit.
You're hungry. I need a couple more beers after talking midgets.
Before you can sleep again.
I don't want to sleep now because I'm going to picture Billy Barty looking at me out of my closet.
Oh my god.
Imagine waking up. Seriously, imagine you just had, let's just say you fuck your midget, okay? And you allow her to stay the night. You're not leaving money on the table and telling her to leave. You roll over. First off, you got to be careful if you roll over because you might smother her. But if you wake up and you just realize what the fuck you did, and then like Billy, you turn over and Billy Barty's looking at you.
The ghost of Billy Barty?
No, but seriously, you're going to wake up after your drunken bender and you're like, what the fuck did I just do? Who is this child and why is it in my bed?
It's fascinating because it's like, you're creeped out by midgets. I would be like, hey, Billy! I loved you in that fucking He-Man movie, dude. To name a few, Billy Barty.
I would not.
They don't creep me out.
Billy
Barty doesn't creep me out.
Here's another thing that makes me uncomfortable. It's kind of like a little big dogs. I'm not a big dog person. I've been like trampled by big dogs before. So if I ever see
now, when you say you're talking about dogs that are big. You're not a big dog person. You're saying
big,
dogs
like size-wise.
Yes, not
size-wise.
Not the nature of your fan appreciation.
Right.
Is big, but
I don't
dogs
like dogs in general, but if I see someone walking, say someone like a Labrador, that size, I will cross the street. I just don't.
Like a Mastiff.
Right. I don't feel comfortable. I know 90% of the time the person has complete control of the dog, but I don't feel comfortable. I will cross the street. I would rather walk down the same stretch of sidewalk with the person with the dog than if a midget was walking down towards me.
Wow. You are racist towards midgets. See,
midget isn't a race.
If it's a black guy, I'm going the other way. But if you're fine with it. But if it's a midget, you're freaked out.
Midget isn't a race.
I'm gonna give him a hug.
You can't. You have a bad back. You wouldn't be able to bend over.
I've lost weight. My back's okay. We're good, coach. I'm in a game. I want a tea bag. That needs to be a song. I want a tea bag of midget. Boom. Watch them kick their little legs. Want a tea bag of midget. Do. And come on, her face. And then we go into the hook.
Wow. I would feel more comfortable with that dog walking past me than like a little midget. No.
That's so interesting. I'm
like, do I shake his hand? Do I pat him on the head?
Just pull it. See, and part of the problem here too is
that's
you keep going to a dude, and I can give a shit about the dudes, but I'm like into the chicks. So I'm like, give me.
Well, I just say him as a generalization.
Perky titty, hot midget.
No, because if they have perky titties, that makes them even less proportional. Because how are they going to be able to support the tits on the little nubbins?
If they have big tits,
and they have the little nubbins, how are they going to be able to walk and balance themselves?
You get a short person who's Vern Troyer with triple D. That spine snaps in half.
Vern Troyer was like 2'8".
Yeah,
he was like a rare case.
So Billy
and he has
Barty,
a sex tape.
If Billy with who?
A hot chick.
Was there a stepladder?
I won't say his name. He's a mutual friend of ours on Facebook.
Was he hung?
Listen to me. We have a mutual friend on Facebook.
T-Bag?
Don't say his name. He's from England. I got him and made him a subscriber on your channel. You might not know who I'm talking about. Okay. He sends me disgusting things all the time.
Okay.
When Vern Troyer died, he sent me screen caps of the porno. There was no like genitals or anything like that, but he showed me enough of Vern Troyer making out that it made me even more fearful of midgets.
So we're
And
talking.
this chick was very, very pretty.
So is this attractive young woman is fucking Vern Troyer?
Well,
or is Vern Troyer fucking the attractive young woman? Who's playing the pitch and who's the catch? And how the fuck did they pull that out anatomically?
the picture was, well, like there was a couple making out.
By the way, we started out talking about Custer, and now we're talking about who's fucking and not fucking.
Hey, you got a viewer.
Vern Troyer, yes.
He sent me the pictures of Vern Troyer with this pretty woman.
The physics. I'm asking about the physics.
I'm telling you that. He was on top of her. You couldn't really see much past the way her leg was angled. But her face, his face was like in her belly button. Because that's how little he was.
Yeah.
Now picture him banging her, doing like the little thrusting moments, but he's making like
he's inserted and then he's running along.
But then
his feet are off the ground.
But then he's making like the little squeal mini-me noise of the
oh my god.
That doesn't disturb you.
When he comes, he's like, ee! Oh my
It doesn't disturb you though.
You just did take it to a pretty close level to discomfort. But I'm thinking of broads. You're thinking of dudes. So I don't. You're right, but I would be more creeped out by the fact that it's a dude fucking.
Well,
then
yeah. Well, that is also not just
and
a
then
dude.
you are correct about the that did get weird.
What if you're banging a midget and she does the mini-me E? That's you're still good.
Who would come immediately?
You're not going to be like a dog and have it go.
Maybe it's the like I don't know. Maybe it's that chick who's hot.
No,
you're thinking of weird freakiness, and I'm thinking of like a hot chick who happens to be short.
but she's got the little nubbin legs. That's
yeah, exactly.
That's the deal killer.
You don't want to dip your balls in it?
No,
I'm saying
no.
I want to dip my balls in it. Hi, welcome to the show. We're talking about midgets. So midget fucking, yes or no, America? So leave a comment in the chat.
No, not if you paid me.
Mark White, what's up, buddy? We've talked about a lot of shit and you missed it all, but we're still fucking midgets. I'm all for teabagging midgets.
I would not fuck a midget.
He's tripped up by Billy Barty's, what was it, sausage?
Little midget sausage fingers. Look at Billy Barty's hand and don't tell me they don't say that they don't look like those little Vienna sausages that you pull out of the can.
I'm not saying they don't. I just think I'm like, oh, that's a little adorable, and you're like freaked out.
That is not adorable.
No,
there's
nothing about Billy Barty
that's adorable.
But if it's on a cute chick,
no,
no.
No, because the chicks usually aren't that attractive either. Because they got,
there's some attractive midget women and dudes like Jason. Is it Stairs?
Who?
From Jackass. I can't remember his name.
Mini-Me. Not Mini-Me. Wee-Man.
Wee-Man. Yeah.
Big fucking difference. Whatever. He was misproportioned.
What?
He had the little nubbin legs. And he had the big forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked weird. They creeped me out.
But he was like a perfectly attractive guy. There was nothing crazy.
Nah, well, I hate
like Billy Barty's this weird. Like okay, but Wee Man is like an otherwise normal guy. Like his face,
he looks okay.
Otherwise normal looking dude. Whereas Billy Barty was like, he was likable.
But Wee Man wouldn't be attractive if he was a chick. A lot of the dwarves look like Wee Man, but that means what I'm saying by that is they look kind of manly.
Okay, so you're like broad shouldered.
Well, I'm talking facially.
In relation.
Facially, a lot of them look.
Features on that.
See, I'm making a lot of sense.
No, you're not. Did you see the? I dip my balls in it. So we've been at that for half an hour. I would teabag a attractive midget lady, and you keep bringing it back to dudes.
No. That's because that's all you really see is midget dudes.
This is correct.
Midget,
this is correct. You don't see enough midget chicks.
Midget chicken. I want midget chicks. And I should probably type in dwarf and probably find it. Midget. Dwarfism. Images. See, look at that. When they're not dressed as leprechauns, they're really okay, that's funny.
That is cute. Look at that guy. Oh,
see, there's a bird showing right there.
Yeah.
No, but see, look, you type in midget and it's all guys. Except, okay, right there.
You win, teabag. That is creepy with the legs.
But look at the face. That's Vern Troyer right there.
One person.
So, no, right there. Hire a midget. You can. That's like Cabbage Patch style.
All kinds of fucked
see,
up
that's a different one. No.
See, you wouldn't. She's. See, that's an attractive lady.
Facially, she's very pretty, but no,
the little
nubbin legs. I can't do it.
Nubbin legs. I love it so much, but you would think that face was photoshopped out. She looked like a normal.
So she probably wasn't a real midget thing.
Maybe not. Maybe that was something.
No.
Oh my god. We were talking about the little legs earlier, and he's like, so Vern Troyer is doing a doggy style, and he's inserted. His legs are off the ground and kicking while he's trying to thrust forward.
There's no way Vern Troyer could bang a normal sized chick doggy style. You'd have to have a step stool. God. You'd have to have a step stool, like on the bed.
Who's the black lady from Ghostbusters?
There's a black lady from Ghostbusters?
2016.
Oh, Leslie Jones?
Vern Troyer and Leslie Jones.
Oh, God. you know how loud Leslie Jones is.
Oh
so like, mix that, her yelling with Vern Troyer's mini-me E.
Yeah. She's like, toss my salad, man. He's like, E. But we started off talking about Custer in the Battle of the Bighorn. I broke it down intellectually.
How did midgets get brought up?
I don't know. We'd have to go back and watch the now going on 2 hours.
Oh, I know what it was because you mentioned Gwildor.
At some point, it was Free Jack. Oh, it was.
You mentioned Gwildor, and you said he was kind of cute, and I said no, midgets creep me the fuck out.
Did I say he was cute?
Yeah, you said he was kind of cute, looking like little Gwildor.
Okay. It's something.
Then you went from talking about how Gwildor was cute to how you want to fuck a midget.
I was saying how Custer did nothing wrong. He was a genius. And then Vern Troyer and the kid. What would you say it was?
No, it's from the movie Warlock the Armageddon. Julian Sands grabs a little midget girl. I think it's probably by the head, like palmed like a basketball, lifts her up, or he grabs her by the shoulder, something. But then, like, she lifts up and she's like shorter than like Tangina from Poltergeist, and you see her little legs just going like that as she's shrilling the like. Oh,
and it scarred you.
It's horrifying.
It scarred you deep. That much is clear.
Oh.
What about Tangina? Would you teabag Tangina?
Fuck no.
I wonder what she looked like as a young woman. Maybe she was.
No, because she's got that voice too. She's got that creepy old lady ghosty.
I wish I could do a really good Tangina and like, you know how there's that video of Daffy the Duck and he's talking about giving someone a blowjob. Somebody's doing a really good Daffy Duck. And
it's Donald Duck. Yeah.
Donald Duck is like, oh no, I can't do it. I'll give you a television. Yeah. Lick my balls as Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, which. If Tangina, that would be great. Sex talk with her instead of this house is clean.
Dr. Ruth, she's pretty short.
Yeah.
This salad is tossed. Gross. Imagine Leslie Jones saying that.
This man, who for whatever reason cannot come to climax, they linger in a perpetual dream state. Your daughter's the closest thing to a good lay they have. That movie was so. I can watch that scene all day. All fucking day.
Wow. Billy Barty.
Yeah, it's been.
Imagine Billy Barty fucking Tangina.
I can. It is glorious.
He's using his little sausage fingers on it. See, now I
Can you feel that? Not really.
Seriously, though, if you look at his hands, and then you watch Gremlins, and you look at Gizmo's little sausage fingers, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
There is no difference other than like Gizmo has like 3 and he's got 5 of them. It's more scary.
And he points a lot in that movie, doesn't he? In He-Man?
I don't fucking remember.
I ever tell you about my football coach?
Was he a midget?
No. But he was missing the tip of his finger.
Oh,
you might have known him.
Yes, I had him for math, I think.
Yeah, he was a math teacher, and then he was a football coach.
He was an asshole.
Yeah, really?
Well, at least I don't know how I was a football coach, but as a teacher.
As a football coach, he was one of the nice guys, but you put that on par with football coaches.
Yeah.
But the word I heard was that he was a Nam vet and a sniper. And if you know anything, if you ever seen the movie Sniper, what happens to a guy? Tom Berenger is they like do the thing where the metal clips his fucking finger off. Mm-hmm. So when coach is like, "God damn it, Whitey, learn to block on the thing," and he's punching that, I'm like,
see,
got that nub pointing at me.
See, the nubbins.
Yeah, but he's a dude. So if it's a chick, I want to dip my balls in it.
Nope. Like I said,
it's a Sarah Silverman-looking short person.
I don't know if Mark White's the one person still watching, but like I said,
yes.
Picture yourself banging a midget, like spoon style, and all you see
on the wrong time on the woman. There's a clock
right there. No, that clock's been the battery's been dead for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 11:55 p.m. Central Time, and
you're banging the midget spoon style, so you're like perfect angle of her drumstick, and it's just it'd be like I said, I keep bringing it up. It's like be fucking a Thanksgiving turkey, because she's got her wing up here.
That one stripper that did look pretty. Your point got pretty valid. Her face was weird.
Exactly my point.
Sarah Silverman.
Silverman's not a midget.
It's an attractive looking woman. Sarah Silverman's face. Emma Watson looking midget.
No, they're just short.
So Emma Watson
is very pretty. Emma Watson has proportionate legs.
Samantha Mathis. You wouldn't teabag Samantha Mathis looking.
Their legs are all proportionate to their bodies. If Samantha Mathis, the wonderful Samantha Mathis from Pump Up the Volume and The Punisher and the Super Mario Brothers.
Mark White, if you've never seen the film Pump Up the Volume from Sometime 91, the gorgeous Samantha Mathis, you get to see titties.
Yes.
Christian Slater's in it. It's great.
He was literally in it too.
Yeah.
If Samantha Mathis was a midget, that'd be a deal breaker. I would not.
Wow.
And you know how much I love Samantha Mathis.
Wow. I do.
If Selma Hayek, as racist as you are,
Selma
Hayek is gorgeous. You know who Selma Hayek is, right?
She looks like a donkey.
Okay. All right, fine. Carmen Electra.
Who do we got? I can only think of porn stars right now.
Fine.
Somebody who's amazingly attractive.
They're midget. No.
The face is gorgeous. The titties are.
If Scarlett Johansson before she quit
the
tranny movie, if she was a midget, no.
Laura Croft.
Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
I think she's kind of ugly anyway.
Yeah, that's a face you love or you hate.
I don't like it.
You're into the lips or you're not into the lips? I'm okay with the lips. What was the computer movie that they made? Plug It in Sally or something. No, she made a movie about hackers.
Hackers?
I thought she was hackers. Like.
But that's before she touched her face.
Okay.
No.
But who else do we got?
I really love. Who's the chick from Titanic?
Yeah, I didn't think she was attractive.
I
except
find
for
her attractive.
Kate fucking Beckinsale.
If Kate
Kate
Beckinsale was
fucking Beckinsale.
Beckinsale,
Underworld, the first one.
if Kate Beckinsale was a midget, I would not touch her with my dick.
Wow. You really?
No.
Bit of exercise if you're holding her.
A bit of extra.
Made perfect sense. Gotta hold her down while she squeals. The legs are
Oh!
Kate Beckinsale.
If Kate Beckinsale was a midget, I wouldn't touch her with your dick. Nope.
Actually, you would just to fuck with my life. But I'd be like, hell yeah, Kate Beckinsale.
I don't
With
care.
short.
I don't. Now, if Kate Beckinsale was short, fine.
Yeah.
If Kate Beckinsale was a midget,
that's a thing.
No.
That's a thing. They're like
because they have
a lot of
misproportioned.
A lot
leg.
of women are insecure about being short, and there's not a man alive who gives a flying fuck about your height.
Nope.
Unless you're like creepy tall, but like even so, ain't gonna stop me. But if you're like, I'm only 4'8", I don't care. Your tits are right where they're supposed to be. I don't even have to bend down or anything. I'll just stand there and you can suck it.
No Kate Beckinsale midgets for me.
No, I'm saying like not short, but someone who's like barely, just under 5 foot, and women will be like, I'm short and I have to wear high heels. No, you don't. Dudes don't give a fuck about your height.
I know you don't give a fuck about wrestling. There's I'll bring it up. There's a female wrestler called Alexa Bliss who I think is hot as shit, and she's only
give me
5 foot.
If it's hot chicks, don't hold it back. Call them out when you see them.
See?
Yeah.
She's 5 foot tall.
Okay.
That is fine. 5 feet is fine. She is proportionate. I mean, it's a picture, but you can tell her legs are proportionate to the rest of her body. She doesn't have the long Cro-Magnon arms that scrape on the floor. She doesn't have nubbins. But no, she is.
Nubbins. I love it.
She is proportionate to the rest of her body. Alexa Bliss was a midget. No. Because it's just no. It's like a little kid or a Cabbage Patch doll. No, it wouldn't do it.
Mark White, would you teabag a midget? Chime in, brother. I need someone to come.
And then you gotta be specific. What's your cutoff? 3 feet tall, Vern Troyer tall. Would you fuck a midget who is as short as Vern Troyer? What's your cutoff?
Are we talking Kate Beckinsale still?
I
don't know if that's plausible.
Kate Beckinsale hot, but Vern Troyer height. Like she has to drive around on the little scooter.
But that makes it more fun. All the better. She had to use a scooter to get here.
So we're talking about General Custer.
Custer was awesome.
Would Custer be more or less awesome if he did all this as a midget?
It'd be a fucking amazing. But cavalry members were short anyway. He was 5'11" and he was a giant.
How tall or short they are, but it's better for me if they are blind.
Huh, fuck a blind chick, you say. Fuck a blind midget.
Fuck a blind. What would you fuck Helen Keller if she was a midget? Because she's blind and deaf and she only. Could you handle that?
Does she know what she's doing with her mouth?
Instead of the you just hear.
Oh man, would that be if Kate Beckinsale? If 3'6" Kate Beckinsale is going, can I still get it up? Oh, the mystery. Samantha Mathis, I can pretty say definitively.
Yes, Samantha Mathis.
With them titties, there's no auditory
auditory
thing going on. Oh, you can squeal all you want. Make them squeal like a pig. So there's like a sadist element to it. If she's squealing while I'm fucking her in the ass, that's what she's supposed to do.
That's why you paid your $50.
So they don't see my good looks. Yeah, well, we're
Like we have to judge anybody.
Mark Wahlberg in his prime ain't got shit on Whitey. Mark Wahlberg is a short person. Just feel it. The squeal, like, and maybe that's the difference. Like, if a Kate Beckinsale midget is squealing while I'm fucking her in the butthole, that's all better.
Nope.
All the better.
Nope. Can't do it. Not doing it.
Her legs are kicking and everything. I'm having a good time.
No. I don't care if it's two midgets and they both look like Samantha Mathis.
Never even occurred to me. Two whole midgets.
No. Wow. Two whole midgets equal just one whole person.
two Kate Beckinsale.
Like they would. Like what would happen if like
each of my balls?
Like Kate Beckinsale.
You're gonna pass on this.
Kate Beckinsale walks in the room, but she's like wearing a trench coat.
Let's get that stripper back up. I got to do the math on this. It's a weird.
But like you're at a hotel and you order your hooker.
Yeah.
Okay. The door opens. It's Kate Beckinsale, but she's got like a trench coat on, and then suddenly when the trench coat comes off, she jumps off another midget.
She jumps up with Samantha Mathis. I'm in. I've been dreaming about that for 20 years. Like, what am I missing here that's like, you would say no? They're all running around. I'm like, yay! Let me get my balls out.
No! I couldn't.
Okay.
So he's like us, except long hair. Well, I'm bald, so that compensates for it.
Yeah.
Still a fucking midget, though.
But we're talking about teabagging attractive midgets.
You're talking about...
I don't even know that they have to be attractive.
So you're going to bang an ugly midget.
The very thing that creeps you out about the situation is the reason why I'm there.
That's what it is. It doesn't... They can look like Billy Barty, but with tits, and you'd still fuck it. Because obviously... obviously you just
a gradient on the tits. What, are we talking about Samantha Mathis' tits?
Yeah, because all jokes aside, Samantha Mathis doesn't have the biggest tits, but they're perfect for her body.
Gorgeous.
So that type of the perfect Samantha Mathis tits.
Wow, this one tough.
But Billy Barty's face and fingers.
God damn it.
Face and fingers.
Those fingers would look weird on my cock.
Okay.
With those
Samantha Mathis's tits. Billy Barty as
man. We need a key.
Billy Barty as Gwildor.
Gwildor.
Not really. No. Billy Barty as Gwildor's face. So would you fuck Gwildor? It's got a vagina.
No.
It's got a vagina. Teabaggers. What's the bagging? Remember?
Oh, teabag. This one you dip your testicles into someone's mouth. It's called teabagging.
Mm-hmm. Like you're taking the tea bag and you're dipping it.
Which was the political party, which is in reference to the Revolutionary War, where a bunch of guys dipped tea into the ocean.
Yeah, it's like taking
in response to the exorbitant tax.
You got your cup of tea. You take your tea bag, you put it in the cup. It's like,
yes.
You got the midget mouth. You put your balls in. So
just like yes.
It's got a vagina.
Yeah.
Samantha Mathis' tits. Gwildor from He-Man and Master of the Universe's face.
And I'm immediately assuming it's a nice vagina. I'm going with a nice, pink, healthy vagina here.
You just said, basically, looks don't matter.
We're not talking about a black lady where you got 2 strips of bacon with some ham inside. We're talking about a nice, healthy, pink vagina with Billy Barty's hand.
Samantha Mathis from here.
Whose legs? Whose legs am I talking about?
No. Now you're getting specific. Samantha Mathis from here to vagina.
Okay.
Regular midget nubby legs.
Nubbins.
Gwildor's face. Because you obviously have said looks don't matter. You just want to be pretty much.
Within the framework of it being a female short person.
It is. It just looks like Gwildor. She's female. She's got tits and a pussy. You just want to.
That's a tranny.
You just want to fuck a midget.
You know a lady with that kind of beard?
Have you been to the city?
Which in Chicago?
Yeah.
No.
Have you been to our hometown?
Yeah.
There's bitches with beards.
Okay. You won that one.
Okay, fine.
Wow,
Take away the
Samantha
facial hair.
Mez is-
Billy Barty, Samantha. It goes for like this. Billy Barty, Samantha Mathis, Billy Barty, Billy Barty. Would you still fuck it? So it is female.
The hell?
It
Well,
is
I wouldn't teabag it, but I might stick my dick in its ass. Because he's way the fuck over there and she's right here. What am I playing with?
So you still fuck a Billy Barty midget?
Maybe. Is he doing
Hey, if you go to, remember, they're only this big. So if you, I've never seen Whitey's penis, so I can't decide how big it is. But we've seen Billy Barty. He's only like this tall. If you go a little too far in there, he's gonna be going to eat.
I'm basically sticking the head of my cock's coming out of his mouth.
Exactly. He'd be like a pig
I'm
roast.
killing
He'll
this
be
man.
like he'll be like
I'm
a pig.
killing
He'll
this
be like a
person.
pig on his spit. You know, rotate.
Exactly my point. You can pop around there and spin her around. It's great. You did nothing.
No.
She can sit on top of you, put those legs in the air,
Nope.
and he can just pull the leg while she's on your cock.
Not doing it.
Not a thing for you.
No.
I'm there right now. I am in. If somebody threw me that ball, I would catch it.
What if it was Kate Beckinsale midget or Samantha midget, but it was like Lobster Boy hands? Because since we're talking about deformities, and she had Lobster Boy feet.
Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, because that's what Lobster Boy is.
Yeah, I could fuck that.
Kate
fucking Beckinsale.
No.
Is it Kate Beckinsale's vagina?
Yeah, it's a female lobster. Fine, lobster
Give
girl.
a shit
whatever.
about the feet.
No,
That's not going to turn me off in the least.
I'm fine with lobster. No, you liar.
Dude, Kate Beckinsale, her face, her tay-tays, and her vagina. I didn't know she had feet. What am I looking at here? I know who Lobster Boy is. He's got the live long and prosper thing going on.
Those feet.
Yeah, I don't have to look at feet. That's not the best picture for your phone.
No. Wow. You are a disgusting man.
You're hating on a whole group of people.
Well, at least now you're not saying that midget is a race. You're just saying a group of people. So
if you were like, shoot some Native Americans, I'm like, go for it. But little people, like, why?
Okay, midget Native American.
Ooh, now we're getting interesting. Huh.
And her name is Little Bighorn. And she's Jewish.
Oh my God. She's a Hebe. I'd fuck Sarah Silverman, so I don't see that's a problem. Depends on the lady, I guess.
Oh, now who's getting picky?
Am I? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Depends on the lady now.
Yeah.
I'd fuck Lobster Girl, but you know what? As long as
Because there was like the chick from Predator. The first one.
mm-hmm.
She's hot.
Yeah, she's pretty.
And, she's like Hispanic or something, but pretty well looks
South American.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not much of an aesthetic difference of it all. What tribe are we talking? So I'm not touching them fucking black feet. But if you're talking Cheyenne, I could dip my balls in it. We're talking about those weird looking Alaska ladies? Because, there's a difference between that
An
and
Eskimo?
Lakota Sioux.
Like an Eskimo?
Yeah. I don't know. Eskimos look weird? I don't know. Depends on the lady.
You would, so you're banging a female Billy Barty up the ass, but anything else, it depends on the lady.
Okay, because
we're
talking about
scraping the bottom of the barrel
Billy
here.
Barty versus the lady from 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
Imagine.
What's her name?
Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Did you know that when a lot of celebrities
I would bang Billy Barty and Kate Beckinsale before Leslie Jones.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Ooh.
I had to block her for years as a football player. I don't want to have sex with her.
Did you know that when a lot of celebrities phones were hacked into and nude pictures were stolen and put on the internet. Leslie Jones was one of them.
I don't. Sorry, Leslie Jones. I'm sure you're. No,
I'm serious.
She looks like she's a man, baby. Yeah. I fucked that up. She's like way too. It's like, Michael Obama. It's like they keep telling me that's a chick, but I'm not seeing it. The one that's banging Barry? Obama? He was the Kenyan guy who ran the country for 8 years.
Okay.
She's a dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, she can play a transvestite in a movie.
Get her instead of Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson is hot.
I wouldn't touch her.
Can we give her some nubbins?
No. Nubbins.
Nubbins. God, I love it.
Gross.
So Custer was right. Free Jack was okay. What'd you think of Free Jack? Just seen a picture of Kate Beckinsale. Fuck.
Extremely beautiful.
Gorgeous woman.
Wouldn't touch her. She was midget. Haven't seen Free Jack. I just remember it being really boring.
They don't say teabag in Australia? Wow.
I remember being really boring. I remember Mick Jagger's in it for some ungodly reason, and I think Renee Russo is in it, and she's very pretty.
Yeah, she's an attractive woman.
I was watching Lethal
If
Weapon.
she was 3'6", I'd bang her.
No? God damn it.
You wouldn't?
Nope.
You wouldn't dip your balls in it? That's an attractive young lady.
Renee Russo? Wouldn't do it.
Craziness.
Nope. Like, not even 90s Renee Russo, where she's really pretty. Like, I'm watching Lethal Weapon 3 upstairs. She's in it.
Who was the lady from I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Jennifer Love Hewitt. Nope.
When did
She is super, super pretty.
Yeah.
She's got a fantastic body.
Alyssa Milano.
I wouldn't want you to fuck by basically cutting her legs off at the knees. No.
If she was an amputee, I would still.
Oh
dip my balls in it.
no! Even worse, because then you'd see the surgical scars, they're like.
That ain't slowing down my charge, bro. I don't care if she's got no legs.
No.
What do I wouldn't even notice. Samantha Mathis, amputee beneath
What
the
if
knees.
Samantha? Okay, we're talking. Okay, now we're really getting into weird territory with Whitey.
Amputees, yes.
You fuck lobster boys or women, whatever. Midgets, amputees. What if the chick was wheelchair bound like Stephen Hawking, and she had like the jaw that stuck out to here?
But Kate Beckinsale.
You'd do it because of the robot voice, wouldn't
But
you?
it's Samantha Mathis with a fucked up jaw. It's still Samantha
Right,
Mathis.
and she got the little drool hanging out.
But when I'm fucking her in the butt, that's what she's doing anyway. That's why I'm fucking her in the butt, to make her drool like that. So the only difference there is the jaw thing.
Okay. You want to get sick? She's got the jaw thing. Would you let her go down on you?
Yeah.
With the jaw that sticks out to here, and you could the underbite might be scraping you.
But
You don't know how that works.
If the underbite is scraping me, but it's because the underbite is scraping me, not because the jaw is fucked up. Do some weird shit, Jack.
I guess so. Wow. Amputees, Stephen Hawking.
Are we talking a young Stephen Hawking?
No, we're talking about before he died.
Like,
What if the midget?
What about after he's dead?
What if the midget? No.
On the ground?
What if the midget was? Okay. What if the midget had Stephen Hawking's disease, and she
Is
had
that what it's called?
I don't fucking know. What if the midget
Oh my
had
God.
Stephen Hawking's disease? With the jaw and the weird, Pez dispenser neck. But her arms were amputated, so you have a mixture of all three.
Oh, you're taking the hinge of it.
And she's in a normal-sized wheelchair, so her legs only go out to the end of the seat.
We're talking about the same. Who am I fucking? It's not Billy Barty. Who's the
Samantha Mathis.
Emma Watson in the second one?
I don't care, but it's got the amputee arms, so they look like this. Like, see, look at the camera. They look like this, amputated. They got the Pez dispenser neck with the jaw sticking out, and they're a midget. You still do it.
We're talking about the same face, tits, and it's
Sure.
Samantha Mathis otherwise.
Sure.
Yeah, why the fuck would that stop me?
Because you do know that the jaw thing affects her face. You got to take that into consideration.
As best as you can.
Remember, it's Samantha Mathis from here. Samantha Mathis from here up.
Yeah.
And, the titties and everything, but you got the jaw, the broken jaw.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he had.
What exactly that was.
Doesn't matter.
True and all, it's still Samantha Mathis. I'm in. Sign me up.
Wow.
I can make that work.
Wow.
We're all talking about Samantha Mathis and her Mathis. Putting my penis in her vagina.
Wow.
I can ignore the other things, assuming.
Remember how I was somewhat praising you earlier for like your knowledge for all this Custer stuff? Wow, I don't think I can praise you now. Teabag in Australia, just have craft. Don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Are we talking about the... We're going to sound like some really ignorant Americans right now. We're talking about crafty macaroni and cheese.
I was going to say the sliced cheese.
Oh, yeah, sliced cheese. I put it in the macaroni and cheese. I got it. They have a craft. So cheese. What are we talking about? Huh.
She won't be able to slap you if you say she is dead roof and she won't be able to. I think you would. I guess
she can't finger me, but I can finger her butthole. Right? Is this Samantha Mathis' glorious little butthole?
Here's the thing: you basically said looks don't matter. Billy Barty face, but with a wig.
But her butthole.
But Billy Barty.
With a wig. That's gonna make the difference.
You said some. You just want to fuck the midget.
Wait, are we still on the amputee thing?
Yeah.
She has one leg amputated. The other leg is crab. The other leg is lobster guy. One arm's gone. The other one's lobster guy. Billy Barty's face. I'm still putting it in Samantha Mathis' vagina.
I never even thought about adding Lobster Boy to it.
Lobster Boy.
And the only thing she can say is...
But if it's Samantha Mathis, she can make that work.
But I'm just saying right now, it doesn't look like Samantha Mathis.
We're talking about 1992. Samantha Mathis.
I'm not talking about Samantha Mathis anymore.
No, we're talking about Billy Barty.
It doesn't have to be Billy Barty. It could just be any typical midget face.
The midget face that a lot of short people have, which shits off a bit. You're asking me would that stop me from fucking? No, the answer's no.
The midget face, but you got the Stephen Hawking's jaw.
Willow's wife. She was a little off.
Like
it wasn't super, but she was a little weird.
I'm just gonna type in Willow's wife.
Should work. Well, what about fucking
her?
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't teabag that?
No.
I take her as she is.
No.
Would you teabag the big guy?
No. No, that's horrifying. That doesn't work. No.
I can
no.
Let's see if they can tell.
I mean, it'll darken after a couple seconds, and they'll be able to see. No.
I can fuck her as is.
Even if she looked like that.
Yeah, legs and all. Nubbins. Sorry, nubbins.
No, not gonna fucking happen.
What?
No, that's no.
Can't remember a fucking thing. Crap.
So, like, retarded?
Huh?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
We're lost on the craft.
But I'd fuck her.
Yuck.
In her tiny little butthole.
Yuck.
This is, by the way, this is everybody's like this racist. No, Donald Trump is like butthole. It's what is. It's not white supremacy. It's anal.
There's your title. There's your video
we
title.
were talking about Billy Barty's fingers. I was over this way, falling down. Now you're going that way. The roles are reversed.
There's your title for the video instead of Custer. It's not white supremacy. It's anal.
It's a commercial. It's like, it's not butter, it's margarine.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
I can't believe
white supremacy.
I can't believe it's not white supremacy. And then you had the little midget hold it up with the little sausage fingers.
Oh, she's on my dick, spinning. I'm like taking
like
her
a top.
legs and she's coming around. You're not for it.
No.
We'll just grab her by the torso and
spin her.
Spin
We'll make her Jewish and you can spin her around like a dreidel.
Okay. We're talking Silverman here.
No. See, now you get specific then. No, just Willow's wife, but Jewish and an amputee.
If it's Joy Behar, pass. But if it's Sarah Silverman, man.
You just compared Joy Behar to Willow's wife?
I would go with Willow's wife is more attractive than Joy Behar.
Oh.
She's hard to look at.
Oh.
Whoopi Goldberg would be more of a turnoff for me, as is, than Willow's wife. I would fuck Willow's wife a long time.
Willow's wife was
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg has never been attractive.
Not for a second.
If my
and now we're like 250 pounds later.
If my family's life is on the line, and I have to choose one, Whoopi Goldberg or a midget, and I get to pick, and they live no matter what I pick, I'm fucking Whoopi.
Between Willow's wife and Whoopi Goldberg, you're going with Whoopi Goldberg?
Absolutely. If I get... Well, because here's the thing. I know I can fuck Whoopi with my eyes closed, but I know her... If Whoopi... I know Whoopi can at least wrap her legs around me and at least make it... I can imagine... I can imagine if I have to, I can shut it off in my brain and imagine I'm with someone attractive. I can't do that with Willow's wife or any midget. No.
So you can't ignore the legs?
Nope.
That have post-amputation legs? But you can ignore Whoopi? I'll take somebody with no limbs before Whoopi Goldberg.
Nope. Whoopi has never, ever been attractive.
5 minutes.
And I would fuck her before I fuck the midget.
I would take Willow's wife long before Whoopi Goldberg or the Ghostbusters lady.
Whoopi Goldberg or the Ghostbusters lady.
Oh, Christ. I'll
put you on the spot.
Nope.
You would have to pick.
I'd have to go with Whoopi. Whoopi's got some semblance of looking like a female at all. What's her name?
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones. What's her name? Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers is a more attractive woman than fucking Leslie Jones.
You don't have an ounce of...
I'd fuck Carl Weathers before I fuck Leslie Jones.
You don't have an ounce of homosexuality in your body.
No.
You would fuck Carl Weathers. I know for a fact you would fuck Carl Weathers over Leslie Jones.
I would fuck Carl Weathers like as they're lowering him into the ground before I fuck Leslie Jones.
Carl Weathers midget or Leslie Jones.
I would do it just to say I had. That would be fun. It's like I swear to shit, he was in Predator and he was 3'6". But like Leslie Jones, like how do you make that entertaining? And just like the Ghostbusters 2016 movie, you can't make that fun. It can't be entertaining. You can't ignore Billy Barty's face.
What if Ghostbusters 316 or 2000?
I'm getting tired.
Ghostbusters 2016 had a midget sex scene in it. Would you sit and watch that movie? You're not allowed to chapter skip or fast forward. You don't know when it happened in the movie.
Short person Samantha Mathis and short person Kate Beckinsale are fucking. I would go watch 2016 Ghostbusters.
Heartbeat.
How long is the scene? Like they achieve orgasm?
Well,
Just a 5-minute scene and they end up coming, both of them.
I'll give you that.
Okay, I'd watch that.
And then
movie.
Leslie Jones.
I can muscle through.
But there's a
You also have the lesbian chick in there.
What?
Cute.
There's a Leslie Jones nude scene.
Oh, you gotta ruin everything. Leslie Jones.
Hi, Whoopi Goldberg.
I might be able to muscle through that.
You can muscle through Leslie Jones nude.
Is it 5 minutes of Leslie Jones being nude?
Have
we confirmed whether or not she has a cock and balls?
Let's give her like a 30-second shower scene. She gets out of the shower, she gets dressed.
And she's got a bigger dick than I do, because I'm pretty sure.
But you see it all. Full frontal.
But I'm getting Kate Beckinsale and Samantha Mathis.
Midgets.
I'm in. Let's do this.
Wow.
Sign me
Full
up.
frontal nude.
Sign me
and
up.
Leslie Jones talks during the scene.
As long as she's not like fucking Whoopi Goldberg. Like that's
you get to watch Kate Beckinsale. Like porno scenes are now like can run up to 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
You watch 40 minutes of midget Kate Beckinsale fucking midget Samantha Mathis, but you have to watch 5 minutes of Leslie Jones fucking Whoopi Goldberg.
Have they treated the yeast infection or no?
You don't know until you watch.
Oh my god. Because you know they both have yeast infections. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and I think that's his way of saying we've been doing this.
I couldn't remember teabag. Huh? I don't know what's going on with that one, Mark. Do you know what's happening?
Nope, he keeps mentioning Kraft, and I keep thinking of the cheese.
Yeah, we just think of the cheese with Kraft, with the uppercase K-R-A-F-T.
Anyways, I think we're going to call it a night.
We're going to call it a night because I'm ready to fall over and I got to drive all the way to the other county.
It's 12:30.
Yes.
I'm still going to have a couple beers before I crash. My wife is probably already asleep.
I'm going to have a couple beers and then crash on my way home.
And then you're giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
No, it will be Goldberg.
I was going to say Billy Barty.
Yeah. I'd rather give mouth-to-mouth to Billy Barty. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, Billy Barty's the one giving you mouth-to-mouth.
Yeah.
To save you. And he's doing the chest compressions with his sausage fingers.
Oh, no. As long as he's not fingering my butt with them tiny little fingers. Oh, that's a song, finger my butt with kind of little fingers.
You're never, you know what's going to happen? The next time you go do groceries and like, you know, because we're both poor, so we shop at, you know, like Aldi and stuff like that. You're gonna pass by, like, you know, that section of Aldi where they sell like the corned beef hash and the Spam and all that stuff, and you're gonna see the little can of Vienna sausages, and you're gonna flip the fuck out, aren't you? Because you're gonna picture Billy Barty.
Yes. You know, nubbins.
No, nubbins are the legs. Ah! All right.
Okay.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
No midget
there's
stuff.
Whitey White Guy Politics, which is this one. There's Whitey White Guy Show. Volt Party, his channel is
Hey Internet, Eric here.
Yes, go watch that show. I do enjoy it. Not
there will
quite
be no midget fucking.
Who's fucking Billy Barty? Who isn't? But it's still good stuff. And on this show, we say from Will Dorr, Billy Barty from the He-Man movie with Dolph Lundgren. Good journey. Good journey.
Ugh.
Mark White, thank you for coming out.
Thank you. It was nice talking about.
Thank you for helping me out on the show with the PayPal donation. It's awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.